I'm gonna preface this with I'm gonna apologize in advance because obviously I was not the Grand Blue TO this weekend, and so a lot of the conversations that I wanted to have with people about like kind of what discourse has been going on and whatnot, wasn't really able to do that because I was running gear. Gear was in a different room and this and that, right? Like limitations. And so like I do in some way, in some way, uh, in some way I blame myself for things getting the way that they have gotten on social media. Because I think if I was around this weekend, I could have nipped a lot of this stuff in the bud, and things wouldn't have gotten out of control, kind of the way that they did. So yeah, so I apologize. But that being said, we're in the current timeline where Frosty's has ended, and there's some things. Some of it I would label as feedback. Some of it I would label as bitching, and some stuff I would label as just outright fucking idiotic. Just not to mince words. And so, yeah, I'm talk a little bit about a few things. First of all, the water thing. Okay, so the water thing is so interesting because I think like this is a topic that everyone would unanimously agree upon, that the person or whoever was like spiking the water, allegedly spiking the water. I mean, like that shit's not okay, bro. Like there's, people can die, right? Like people can die like having things that they're not supposed to. There's people that literally cannot like ingest alcohol, right? Like that shit's not cool. That being said, word on the street is that it's not, it is severely overblown. Like it's not, the amount of actual incidents was not as severe as social media was leading on to believe. And that is going to kind of tie into some of the other things I'm going to talk about. But I do think that there is like kind of a snowball effect. There's kind of a snowball effect with the sentiment because like I know one person that was like, they feel like they were affected by it. But in terms of like real people that I know, like, the real people that I know were there and like raised the concern, like, okay, this is something that like actually affected me. It was like one or two. It's like one or two instances. And so like, I don't even know if it was a spiking thing, to tell you the truth, right? There's a lot of things that can happen, especially food related. It could be mold. It could be a lot of things, right? I'm not sure what it is. I'm just speculating. I really don't know, but I think that like, people kind of hopped on the idea as well. Like once people heard like, oh, the water's getting spiked, then like I also saw like so many tweets of people being like, oh, I drowned in pools because the water was spiked and I couldn't perform. It's like that it was not that widespread. Like I could say that I could say that with pretty good certainty. Like it was not that widespread that like every fucking pool has someone that's like not able to do what they need to do because
I love Paragon.
The water was spiked.
Not Khalil,
like
though.
I don't doubt that some people were impacted, but I think the number of people is actually really small. But because it's such a ridiculous situation, right? It's such a ridiculous thing to even happen in the first place. Like this doesn't happen, right? This doesn't happen at tournaments, right? Like, and this is something that could happen at any tournament, technically, right? Any tournament that has, drinks out in the open like that could happen at, right? But it's never happened. Like we've never experienced something like this. And so I think the sheer ridiculousness of it paired with, obviously the social media circle surrounding Frosty Faustings this weekend was pretty crazy. I think is like kind of what led to people believing that it was like much worse than it ended up being, which is, it is what it is. Shavoni, thank you for the 12 months. And what's up, Jeremy? I never rest. I actually still got to DM you, bro. I gotta DM you. I'll do that after this is done. I'm sorry. I gotta yap though. People gone without my yapping this weekend. I got some shit to say. Okay, so that aside, water thing is bad. Again, like really don't think it was nearly as big as people were making it out to be. Obviously, it's bad. I don't think anyone would like be like, oh, bro, like this is something that we should ignore and not pay attention to. Like, everyone could agree that the water thing is like, you know, everyone knows it's bad, right? We're not going to have arguments about this. Like, nobody wants to be a part of that. Like, we know, we already know that. Okay, let's talk about the things that are subjective. So, so obviously, like, you guys are, like, most people that are in my community are Grand Blue heads, right? And Grand Blue had very there was very like mixed sentiments, right? Like, I talked to people throughout the weekend and like kind of got their thoughts on like how they were feeling and this and that. And, you know, some of it was very positive, some of it was very negative. But I think, like, again, the way like social media happened this weekend kind of blew things out of proportion and in a lot of ways. And I will kind of explain why. And I will explain why, like, some of you, I think, have your hearts in the right place. Like, some of you, I think, mean well, and you're trying to speak up for the community that you love. You're trying to speak up for the game that you love. But in doing so, like, you got to understand, like, there's a right and a wrong way to do things like this, and things can backfire, right? And so, again, I don't fault anyone for like speaking up or this or that. Like, the feedback process with tournaments is like very important, right? Like, we don't get better. No one gets better unless like there's a healthy relationship between organizers and communities and this and that. Okay, so let's talk about this screen thing, bro. Because, like, okay, I'm gonna be so real. Like, again, I'm only here to tell the truth, right? I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I'm not gonna do any of that, right? I'm just tell you guys exactly how I feel, right? Okay, the screen thing, blown way out of proportion, like way out of proportion. I could not believe that this shit blew up as much as I was seeing on Twitter. It's like production's a very complicated thing, right? Most of you don't know shit about production, just straight up. Like, you just don't know how it works, right? And like, that's not your fault. That's not your fault that you don't know how production works. It's not your job, right? You don't know how it works. And so, like, how could you be expected to weigh in on something that is as nuanced as this when you don't know how production works? So, like, this shit, right? This Vermilion post, right? This post is dog shit. I love you, Vermilion. I do. I love you. I do. But this post is dog shit. Why is this dog shit? Because it completely removes context, right? It completely removes context. This state that the screens were in, like this particular state where there's one Grand Blue and 5-2 XKO, that was like that way for like 5 minutes. Like, this was not something that like went on for any significant amount of time. And the reason that this happened is because the Guilty Gear Strive actually had the two end screens right down here. I was running Guilty Gear over here. I believe they were top. Oh, it was top 48, right? Guilty Gear ended, right? Guilty Gear ended. And so, like, while production didn't want to just leave two blank screens, and so they just switched it to whatever was next to it, right? Like, they were just like, okay, like, we'll just put 2XKO up there while we transition. And then, or this was before Guilty Gear actually went up, right? And then once Guilty Gear actually started, then Guilty Gear was back on the screen, right? This was not something like 2XKO was not like this, bro. There are other games. There are other games that happen. There's a lot of games happen at Frosty's. This was not like something that like went on for any long amount of time. Now, obviously, people were talking about like, why did Grand Blue only get one screen? Why did 2XKO get more? This and that. Okay, first of all, okay. This argument is just it doesn't accomplish anything, right? Like, that's like this doesn't accomplish anything, right? Because what's the end goal here? I'm not gonna argue with you guys about, like, ideally in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, like, maybe it's 2-2, right? But what a lot of people did not know is that 2XKO had specific production elements that required a third screen, right? They went above and beyond for 2XKO on the production end, and so there was some more things that they used for the game that weren't used for the other games, right? And that's not a good or a bad thing, I don't think. It just is what it is. It's kind of similar to, like, when you go to Evo, right, the biggest games get to be in the arena, right? We don't all get to be in the arena, right? We don't all get arena production. It's only the biggest games, right? I'm not saying it's like, you know, it's not like a might makes right. Like whatever game is biggest is the most important or means the most or this or that. I'm just here to tell you the facts, right? Like 2XKO, they did like specific like info screens that had like player faces and their bios and all that stuff. Like that was reason for the third screen, right? That's the reason. I know for a fact because I talked to production. I'm a production guy myself. I know how this shit works. They need a third screen for that. And so, like, it doesn't make sense. It would not make sense for them to use this screen for Grand Blue when they need the third screen for 2XKO, right? Okay, so how silly would it be for you to be watching Grand Blue, right? And then it switches to a 2XKO bio screen where they show the player info and all that shit, and then it go back to Grand Blue in the middle of the top 8. That also would be fucking ridiculous, right? Like that just doesn't make any fucking sense. So like. And so, like, yeah, I think this particular thing was like, yeah, maybe the timing was fucked. Like Chris was saying, like, this is what we saw whenever we walked in, but it's like that's the problem, right? Thank you, Hypersonic. It was nice meeting you too. But that's the problem, though. Like a lot of the vitriol and a lot of the bad feelings that people are like expressing, right, are like they're made like so quickly. Like you will tweet immediately upon seeing, instead of understanding what the situation is, or maybe trying to understand why things are the way they are. You just feel slighted, and so you just tweet. That's bad. That's not something you want to do, right? Again, it's not just you guys. The fucking, who was it? I had some tweets bookmarked, but I can't see them now because Belial Fan, you guys know Belial Fan privated because they were making statements and this and that. It turned out they didn't go to the fucking event. They were just saying things. And when they got checked on what they were saying, they were like, oh yeah, I wasn't actually there. I can't confirm these things. It's like, that's the problem. That's the fucking problem, guys. Like, you only make us look bad, right? Yeah. And I mean, us is the Grand Blue community. Like, if your heart is in the right place, right? If your goal is to like, I want fair treatment for my game because I care about the community and this and that, that's all fine and dandy. But it doesn't serve us at all for you to make statements like this, like hair trigger. Like you're just like, okay, I'm gonna, right? And so it feels very performative in a lot of ways. It feels like people just really wanted clicks because this dog pile happened a lot, right, this weekend. This is not the only post about the screens that I saw. There were many, many people that posted tweets about the screens. I'm pretty sure Gucci posted and this and that, right? And so that's multiple people that are relevant in the community. These are top players, right? Evo top 8ers and shit making tweets like this, right? They're all doing it, and it's on a 5-minute window that wasn't actually the reality of the event that was going on. That's bad. That just makes us look dumb, right? It just makes us look dumb, just straight up. So please, like, I would say, like, take a little bit more time to assess, or like ask someone. Why did no one walk up to a TO and ask, hey, why is this like this? Did anyone ask for another stream for Grand Blue? I bet you didn't. Because like, I'm not saying you would have been granted, but I don't think anyone took it upon themselves to actually verify why things were the way they were. If you did, then I could have told you this at the venue. I could have done that. I could have told you this is like why it is. That's information that's not available to the public. But like, if you ask a TO, we'll fucking tell you, bro. Like, after the tournament is done and shit, like all the TOs get together and they do like an award ceremony and shit, right? And like, bro, like people saying like Frosties doesn't care about Grand Blue, like they're screwing us over. It's like, no, bro, Elvin doesn't fucking hate you guys. Are you out of your fucking minds, bro? No, bro. It's, in fact, like Elvin was also taken aback. He was like, I didn't know that this was like gonna be as big of a thing, as big of a shitstorm as it ended up being, right? Like it's no malice here, right? Circumstances are complicated when we talk about live events and we talk about live event spaces, especially with this many games, right? Now, here's something that's real. Let me tell you something that's also real, right? Frosty's is too big for the venue that they have, right? That's real credible feedback. It's too big for the venue that they have. And we know this. Like, we know, like we talked about this all weekend. It's too big. It's too big. It's too big for the venue that they have, right? Especially if you're going to separate into multiple ballrooms. Like, that's real credible feedback. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. It's grown too much to be in this venue. But the problem is, right? The problem is, and I'll tell you guys, right? Running events is a big fucking risk. It's a big fucking risk. And you spend a lot of money and you don't know if you're going to get that return. And venue relationships are huge. Like they mean almost everything in the event space. Like Elvin and Greek and the people that the people that run Frosties, right? Their relationship with the people at this venue is really good. Why? Because they've run events there year after year. And that's just how it works, right? You end up getting discounts if you work with people multiple years and you treat them well and this and that, right? And right, if Frosties wants to grow, like if they want to keep expanding, right, they have to consider like, hey, do we want to move to a new venue, right? But then you have to start that process all over again, right? Right? You have to start over from the beginning. A new venue means you don't have that rapport. You don't have that relationship with the venue people. It means you're going to pay raw price. You're not going to get discounts. They're going to have hard set hotel block metrics that if you don't hit, you get charged out of the ass. They're going to charge you the extra fees for internet. They're going to charge you the extra fees for union. They're going to do all of that stuff because there's no relationship there. You're just a new customer, right? They have no reason to give you the benefit of the doubt until you've established like, hey, you can run successful events in our venue time and time again. And again, this is not something that most people know, right? That's like why I wanted to have this talk is because like, yeah, like that's something that the average person wouldn't know. And I don't expect for people to know that, right? But these are important. Like it's important to realize like why things happen the way that they do. Now, the ballroom thing, right? Another piece of feedback that I saw quite a lot was like, why was Granblue in the junior ballroom, right? Why was it in the junior ballroom instead of the main ballroom? Now, I have some intuition as to why that is. I don't know if people will like to hear it. I don't know if people will like to hear it, but like I think like when I first saw the schedule, I was like, okay, this like kind of makes sense. It like kind of makes sense. And the reason I say that is because, right, obviously Grand Ballroom is like where everyone wants to be, right? But there's only so much space. And we knew this. We know, hey, even if you walked into the venue in Grand, especially like, man, I was running Guilty Gear Top 192 on Saturday. Bro, you could not walk. There were so many people, like, it's crazy. There's so many fucking people in this venue. Like, you can't move, bro. Like, we had to have people continually, like, push people out of the center so the venue wasn't a fucking fire hazard, bro. Like, the fire marshals would have saw this shit and, like, tried to shut us down. Like, it was fucking crazy. It was... It was fucking crazy, right? It was fucking crazy. There's just a lot of fucking people. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of fucking people, right? Okay, so here's what happens, right? And this is speculation, right? I'm not gonna claim to speak for the Frosties team and this and that, but I think like this line of thinking makes sense. So generally, what we're used to, like what fighting game players are used to, is like the events that have the most entrants get the best treatment, right? I think there is something naturally problematic with this ideology in general, right? Like, I'm not a big fan of that in the first place. Like, I've always been more of a fan of let's give everyone the same treatment, right? Let's give everyone the same treatment no matter how big or small. Obviously, that's not necessarily possible given circumstances, because like when we're talking about venue space and you're talking about scheduling and this and that, you're talking about broadcast, you don't have unlimited time, you don't have unlimited resources. So we can't stream everyone's tournaments all the way through and shit like that, right? Like it's just not feasible. Ideally it'd be cool, but that's not the reality, right? And so like that's just something that we have to cope with. That's how it is, right? Okay, so Grand Ballroom. Games in the Grand Ballroom: Guilty Gear, 2XKO, Street Fighter, Plus R, right? So Plus R is the first game on that list of games that is smaller than Granblue, right? But was in main ballroom. However, the event's called Frosty Faustings, right? So I don't think anyone should be surprised that Plus R and Guilty Gear Rev 2 got main ballroom on an event that is a Guilty Gear event. Just point blank. Right, I just think it's called Frosty Faustings. This event does not work without gear, right? So, okay, that makes sense. So all that leaves left is Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury is the only other game that was smaller than Grand Blue that got main ballroom. And the way that I would like to explain this is, it's like, man, do I have where's MS Paint? Wait, let me check. It's not Saudi money. See, that's the thing. That's bad faith. Like, I know everyone wants to find a boogeyman to blame for why things are the way they are, but that's really just not how it is, right? There are some things that happen because of Saudi money. Absolutely. And I'll be the first one to admit when it's the case. I don't think that it's the case this time. Now, look, all right, this is the way I'm going to explain it to you guys, right? So you have a room, right? We have a box. Picture a box, right? Picture a box, okay? And this box holds 1,000. Okay, it holds 1,000. This is the most jank 1,000 ever, bro. I hate drawing with a fucking mouse. Right? Okay, so we have the big games. We have 2X, right? Let's say 2X. 2X had the most entrants by like 200 or 300 on the next highest game. So let's give 2X like a 50. Let's give it like I guess 500 instead of 50. Does this make sense, right? Okay, so then SF6, right? SF6 is probably like 300 or 350, right? Something like that, right? Something that this is. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. And then gear, I'm gonna have to adjust the numbers a little bit here, right? Okay. So in like realism wise, like this is probably like honestly this is probably like 3. This is probably like 3, and then we probably drop SF to like 2 or something, just to make it work for the model that I'm trying to explain a concept to you guys. He's like. I'm trying to make this make sense. Well, oh, I'm with a pencil instead of a paintbrush now. It's over, bro. I haven't been on paint in so long. It's actually crazy. Okay. So let's say like SF is like 250, right? And gear is like 250. I think gear and Street Fighter were like pretty close to each other, right? Or even if you want to like give gear like 300 or something, right? To give it the extra factor, right? Okay, so, right. If we add these up, and these are not hard numbers, right? These are not hard numbers. So this is 950, right? If you add all of them together, if you add them all together, so you have 50 left, right? You have 50 remaining, right? Now Grand Blue is not small, right? Grand Blue's not small. So like if we're comparing Grand Blue to the rest of the games, right? Grand Blue is probably like what, 150, 200, something like that. If we're like trying to just do proportions, something like that, 150 to 200, something in there, right? Right? You can't fit that here. You can't fit that here. You can fit Fatal Fury because it's fucking tiny. Like it's just really small compared. is really small in comparison, right? And so like you can fit Fatal Fury because you could do that, right? It's only a 2-day tournament. It didn't span 3 days, right? You can't fit Grand Blue. You can't, and especially not when you have limited broadcasts. There's 6. There are 5 streams. I think there are 5 streams in main ballroom, right? So the trade-off then becomes if you want to try to cram Grand Blue into the same room. First of all, that just doesn't work because there's just not space. There's not space. There's not space to cram Grand Blue. Like, again, as things were, like with Grand Blue in a second ballroom, it was still too many people in Grand. It was still too many people in Grand Ballroom, even without Grand Blue. If you put Grand Blue in this room, it's like you just can't. It just doesn't work, right? It just spatially, it just doesn't work, right? And on top of that, I don't think that you guys will be willing to sacrifice broadcast space for it either, right? because you guys being put into the junior ballroom means that you got more broadcast coverage, right? Do you want, so like, yeah, let's say we force you guys to have Fatal Fury's, let's put you guys into Fatal Fury slot, right? Are you willing to accept Fatal Fury's broadcast coverage? For those of you who don't know, Fatal Fury got half of one pool, half of one wave of pools. So they got 1 hour of pools streamed, then top 24, and then top 8. That's all they got. Would you think that that is acceptable for Grand Blue? Ask yourself that. You getting put into another ballroom makes it so you can actually have broadcast coverage, because there's not space for everyone. There just isn't. Like, we can't stream everything. How pissed would you guys have been if you got no pool streamed except for 1 hour? You didn't get top 96 streamed. You only got top 24, right? And then top 8. You would not be happy about that. You just wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. You guys weren't happy about this, so I know you'd be pissed about that, right? And so yeah, while it may feel like you're like shafted, right? You're shafted by being put into another ballroom. Like, I think it's necessary, right? Given the circumstances, there's not really a whole lot you can do. If you only have 5 streams, you only have so much time you can put into broadcast. Unless you don't want Grand Blue to get streamed, where are you going to put them? Because you can't stream from a different room that you're in, right? We can't put you guys on TNS while you're in another ballroom. That doesn't work. That just doesn't work. That's just not how production flow works, right? So what's the solution, right? What's the solution? It's either you try to cram Grand Blue in with the other big dogs, right? And that's like where a lot of the negative feelings come from a lot of people. They're like, Grand Blue's a plat event, right? It's a plat event on the tour. Entrant counts were pretty good. It was like above 400 and this and that, right? They were like, oh, we showed up big, and you feel like you're not rewarded for that. I understand. I don't want anyone to feel like I don't understand the feelings of the players, bro. I feel like I do a pretty good job, like, understanding how the player base feels on these things. I get it. But given the nature of a live event space, right? There's only so much you can do. There really, like, you have to make sacrifices, right? Which one would you like? Right? What is the solution? Does anyone have a solution for this problem? Right? If we know that Gear, 2X, and Street Fighter, right? Those are the 3 biggest games. So, we can fit them in a ballroom comfortably, quote unquote. Comfortably. I would say, like, in some cases uncomfortably. Because then we have Guilty Gear games because it's Frosty Faustings. Then that leaves 1 slot on certain days where you can try to fit something in with limited broadcast that is small enough that it's going to finish quickly. Or you could try to cram a bigger game in there, and they're going to have to sacrifice like all the broadcast coverage. You guys are going to feel extremely packed in like sardines, because you're talking about putting essentially the 4 biggest games at the tournament all in the same room, right? In a venue that is like, it has square footage, but it's split across, like, I don't know how many ballrooms they have. I think it's 5. I think it was 5 or 6 ballrooms. That's the only reason that this even works, is because they have to split things across 5 or 6 ballrooms. And like, that is a flaw with Frosty Faustings, right? It feels very segmented. You feel cut off from like the main action, right? Whenever you get put into a side ballroom, and so you feel slighted. But in reality, it's like, I don't see a path. I don't see a path where that isn't the way things have to be, right? Like, I don't see that. Not in the venue that we have now, right? It's just not. If we want to talk about upsizing a venue, if we have like Combo Breaker size venue, then this isn't a problem in the first place. Because Combo Breaker's essentially one big ass room, and then they have a side game room, but that side game room is also pretty big, right? But Combo Breaker is many times bigger than Frosty's. Like, Frosty's has grown a lot. Combo Breaker is that much bigger, right? And Evo is that much bigger, right? It's just like that. So it's a hard conversation to have, right? It's difficult. I don't think that this was done with malicious intent, though. I really don't. This is also the first year that they've tried 3-day format, right? Because some of you that have been to Frosty's in the past will know that Frosty's used to be a 2-day tournament instead of a 3-day tournament, right? Right? So in some ways, this year is also experimental to test the 3-day format because they've never done that before. They used to do Friday, Saturday were the tournament days, and then Thursday and Sunday were just fuck around days. That's where they did their team events and all that, right? That is different. It's different now, and it needed to happen. No, they do 4 days, but Frosties used to only be 2 tournament days. Like the main tournaments were only played in 2 days before. Like the main tournaments were only played on Friday and Saturday in the past. This was the first year where the main tournaments are played on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Before, there were no main tournaments on Thursday or Sunday. It was all just like extra stuff, like team events and like novelty stuff, right? So it's the first year that they've done that. So yeah, the really big help with this would be completely remove the stigma of main room and side room. But the thing is that the stigma of main room and side room is like fabricated by the players, right? To be honest, because like that's not how we label things. Like if you look at the schedule, right? Like I'll give you guys the schedule. There's no main or side room language used here, right? It's just the name of the ball. These are literally the name of the ballrooms in the venue, right? Grand Ballroom, Junior Ballroom, Magnolia, Lilac, right? We don't use that language at all. Players will play like we as humans have this really, really annoying tendency to like label things, right? We always try to inject logic, quote unquote, into situations that don't require them. And so like people will do that themselves. Like even if we don't, they will say things like, this is the main room, this is the side room. Like we feel like a side game, we don't feel like a main game, and this and that. Like it's just like that, right? That's why I think Evo, like Evo is interesting because like Evo used to kind of be that way, where it was like the main lineup. Remember the like Evo was like the main lineup, and then like everything else was a side game, right? But now as time has gone on, Evo has kind of broken down the concept of main game versus side game, right? They did the extended lineup at first, and then like now fast forward, like that type of shit like doesn't really exist, right? Like they're like breaking down the idea of like, oh, this is the main game. I think that's actually something really good that they're doing, right? Some games is, some games are just bigger than others. It's just like that. Yeah, congrats, Toshi. Good stuff, man. But yeah, so like, yeah, that type of thing is like, it's rough, right? It's rough. Okay, next bad faith argument. Okay, you guys are trying to create a boogeyman. All right, I'm sorry. You guys are trying, like, you guys are doing something so fucking dog shit. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta get this off my chest. You guys are doing something that is so fucking dog shit that I can't even, like, I have such a problem with the way discourse is taking place on this topic, right? So this idea that the reason for all of this, the reason that Grand Blue only got one screen and Grand Blue is in the side room and they don't give a shit about Grand Blue is because Riot bought their way into the scene and everything has to be 2x KO and 2x KO first and foremost. Like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you guys are trying, again, you're doing that thing where you're like, something is happening that I don't like, and so I'm gonna try to like rationalize it by saying like, oh, this must be the way that it is. That's not a thing, okay? It's just like, bro. All you guys are doing is creating tribalism, right? That's all you're doing. All you're doing is saying it's us versus them and only one can survive and we're more legitimate than others, and that's not how fighting games work. It's just not. We all die that way. To be honest, we all die that way. Just straight up. That's either we make it together or we don't make it at all. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You might not like Riot, you might not like their practices and this and that, but I promise you, this idea that like, we really want 2xKO to flop and die so Riot exits, we will be worse off because of it. Promise you. It's just how it is. It's how it is. Again, you don't have to like the game, right? You don't have to like, everyone has preferences, right? But this is just not the way the world works. This is not, This is not the way the world works. Your vitriol should not be directed at Riot of all people for this. Like this particular case, like this is not me like caping for $1 billion company, right? This is y'all directing vitriol at people who didn't do shit. Right? Like didn't do shit. If anything, if you want to direct vitriol for the screens thing or any of that, that would be at us, right? That would be at TOs and production and whatnot. But no, you want to create Riot as a boogeyman. You want to create 2XKO as the reason for all of this happening. That's not the reason. It's not. It's production limitations. It's venue limitations, right? We will take the brunt of the feedback. I'm willing to accept fault, right? That's okay. It's our event. It's our event. And like, yeah, it's not perfect. It's not. It's just how it is, right? But like, I don't want you guys to like fall into this pitfall of like, bro, like we have to go to war against Riot and 2XKO. Like again, right? Fighting games are unique. They've been around for a long time, and the scene dynamics are different from a lot of different games, right? And I think that people are scared, right? I think they're scared. They're scared that these entities entering the space is going to jeopardize the fighting game community that they've come to know and love, right? That's how I understand it. That's how I understand people's concerns. They're like, I don't want it to feel fake. I don't want it to feel disingenuous and this and that. Promise you that like all you're doing in this case, like if you make tweets like Raz, like it's like all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot. Like that's just what it is, right? That's all you're doing. And you make us look fucking foolish. Again, I wish I could pull up the Belial fan tweets. I was again. I wish I could pull up the Belial fan tweets, but they went on private because I think they kind of got. I'm not advocating for anyone being like harassed or anything, by the way. Like I don't know what was said to them, or this or that, but like. Again, you undermine your own legitimacy by like making these statements when you didn't even go to the event, bro. Like it's right. Like it's just what are we talking about, bro? Like what? Honestly, like let's be real. Let's be real, right? If you went to the event and you feel some type of way, fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But what I hate to see is like how the discourse has progressed. It has gone from we are disgruntled about the conditions that we perceive, like again, right? And that's emotional. That's emotional. You feel what you feel when you go to an event and you feel some type of way, right? Of course you're going to speak up about it. If you give a shit, right? If you give any type of shit, you're going to push for the better, right? We're going to take steps. We're going to make it known. We're going to make it know that we are not pleased with the way things are. That's what you should do. Like I always advocate for speaking up. That's why I'm here, right? That's why I'm speaking to you guys right now. Like always speak. That's fine. But there's a right and wrong way to do it. It just, again, you can't just say things. You just can't, you can't just say things. Like it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And like, especially when you don't have all the information. And like, it's very rare for you guys to have all the information. You guys are fucking TOs, bro. You don't know how this shit works. It's like some of you have done some TOing work here and there before, but like, bro, majors are not like anything else. Right? It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. Right? This shit, fighting game events are not like anything else on the planet. And I do mean that. That's not an exaggeration, right? Like when we come together for Frosties and we come together for Combo Breaker and Evo and see, like when we come together for those events of that stature and that size, like there's nothing compared to it on the planet. There just isn't. There's nothing like it. Right? That's why it's special. That's why we spend all this money and we travel across the world to go to them because we can't get that anywhere else. We can't get that anywhere else. It doesn't exist, right? And so it stands to reason that the way things are handled in certain cases are going to be handled in ways that aren't necessarily all that intuitive to the average tournament goer, right? Like there's just some things that happen and they have reasons for them, And sometimes the reasons are really good even. But you won't know the reasons until that lets you that leaves you to speculate. You're like, oh, this must happen because of this, because of this, because of this. Riot killed my family. They poisoned our wells. They like, no, bro. It's just, listen, man. Like, listen. It's me telling you. It's me telling you. And like, I'm not saying anything that I'm not allowed to say, right? I'm not. I'm telling you guys how it really works. Like, yeah, Riot is a big contributor for why the event is even allowed to run. First of all, like, we don't want to have that conversation. People don't want to have these conversations, right? We talk about sponsors and we talk about companies putting in money to tournaments, right? I think people assume that like sponsors are like optional, right? They're slottable. Like, oh, you could just remove them and like, you know, it's no big deal, right? It's not like that. It's not like that, bro. Like at this point, especially in current world where everything's so fucking expensive and venue prices skyrocketed post-pandemic, by the way. Like, and anyone that has run any event, anyone that has run any event with a venue will understand that like, it got much harder post-pandemic. It got way harder post-pandemic. Everything got so much more expensive. It's crazy, right? And to not even speak on the state of the world right now, right? Especially in the United States. You guys know how fucking expensive things are, how dangerous this country is to be in, and this and that. Like, it's hard, right? It's hard, right? And so, like, some people might look at a logo, they might look at the 2XKO logo and be like, oh yeah, bro, they just bought their way into relevance and this and that. It's like, in reality, like, does the event run without them? Ask yourself that. Does it? You don't know. You might think like, yeah, no, it'll be fine, but does it? Does it? Prize pool is one thing, but you don't know how much they contributed to the actual like tournament itself for venue costs, connection wise, right? Events are fucking expensive. I pull up this tweet all the time about Jabali talking about how much internet costs a CEO if he wanted to go up to better venue space. They was talking about how it costs $300,000 for internet alone. Right? Right? That's a real thing. These events are not cheap. We're talking real money here, guys. 6-7 figures. Like, we're not, this is not some little shit, right? We're not. That's what I mean by these events are not like, these are not little things. It just doesn't work that way, right? Yeah, and a lot of majors do lose money on it, right? On top of that. And they have to pay staff. They have to pay production. They have to pay security. They have to pay like, these are not optional things, right? They're just not. So it stands to reason that yes, when there's an entity that makes a fighting game, first of all, the fighting game is free, right? And I'm just dispel all this bullshit, bro. Cause like, man, okay, the fighting game is free, right? You don't have to play it. You don't have to like it. That's fine. That's fine. You're not going to like every fucking fighting game. That's just how it is. Right? The game is called Frosty Faustings. The biggest Guilty Gear game gets shit talked all the time. Thank you for the sub, Icebound. Appreciate you. Right? I'm not saying you have to like it, right? But like, the vitriol like directed at them on this particular topic just doesn't make sense. Shoot, Satoshi, that's what's up. Goodbye, Satoshi. He's like, it'd be like that, right? It's not like Riot is putting money in and they have no actual connection, right? They made a fighting game that again is free to play. It was the biggest game at this. People want to super analyze like, oh, it had so many DQs, oh, it was free entry, so it doesn't count, and this and that. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter, right? All that stuff just distracts you from the reality that we live in, right? That shit does not matter. Do you want people, is this the right, again, do you have to ask yourself, like, is this the way that we want to conduct ourselves when we're talking about fighting? Like, this is cannibalism, right? This is what I mean by it's tribalism. You're literally a fighting game player shit talking another fighting game. That's what you're doing. Because you feel some type of way. Like, yeah, right? It's insecurity, right? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. Do you want every time that Grand Blue is running a tournament, someone going through and counting DQs and say, oh yeah, your entrant counts actually weren't that good. You actually shouldn't even have a main slotted Evo, bro. Like, you guys are really shit. Like, you guys, no one plays your game anyway. Like, no. Do you want people to pull up Steam charts and be like, well, people are not playing Grand Blue, so like, why the fuck did they even get any mainstream coverage at all? Like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? So why are we doing it to other people, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's just not a good way to do things. It just, right? Think about what we're doing. Think about what we're doing and talking about here. It like literally makes no sense, right? All it does is tear us down. That's it. We're tearing each other down for what? For what? For what? Something that wasn't their decision? Do you guys legitimately believe that if 2XKO didn't have a 50K prize pool, that it wouldn't have had that many entries? Like, do you think that 2XKO wouldn't have been one of the biggest games? Do you think it wouldn't have been in main ballroom even without the 50K? Like, you're crazy. The game just came out. It's a free to play game. Like, it's going to be big either way. It's just how it is, right? It's just, and League of Legends is one of the biggest IPs on the planet. It's just, yeah, like, it's gonna be big. It's a fight. It's fucking League Fighter, Arcane Fighter. Yes, bro. Yes, people are gonna show up for the fucking game, and they did. I saw people that actively shit talk 2XKO constantly, and they were into that fucking top 8, bro. I saw that shit with my own eyes. I saw that shit with my own eyes. And so we gotta ask ourselves. we got to ask ourselves, what is the goal? What is the goal, right? This is not a net zero. It's not a zero-sum game, right? Just because someone else gets an opportunity or this or that doesn't mean that they're actually taking away from us, and vice versa. We don't have to step on the other people to get to lift ourselves up. We're doing fine. Like, Grand Blue is doing great, honestly. Like, we're doing, like, especially, like, I was talking, like, I had a few people in our hotel room, in Jeremy's hotel room, on the last day. I was like BSG and Elsa and paid actor, fucking Giri Alpaca. We were talking about this. I was like, bro, I think like for our weight class, like for Grand Blue's weight class, we're doing fantastic, bro. Honestly, like I just can't. There's no other way for me to really describe it. I think like the metrics. Not even just like entrant counts, like people's enthusiasm about the game and the scene and this and that. Like, yes, people want to shit talk and this and that. It'll always be like that, right? It's fighting games just like that, bro. No one's people want to make it feel like, or they want to make it seem like everything is always bad at all times, bro. It's like actually crazy, but that's every fighting game. That's not even just Grand Blue. But I think like for our size and given the circumstances, I think we're doing pretty fine for ourselves, right? But opportunities are like naturally limited, right? Like that, not every game can have every big opportunity, and like we're only gonna make things worse for ourselves if every time that something could even be a little bit interpreted as like a slight, right? We take it and run with it, and we're taking screenshots of 5 screens when it wasn't like that for any amount of time, and like, right, like all that signals to a TO, right? Thankfully, Elvin, like, again, I like talked to Elvin after the event and everything, so he didn't interpret this way, but there are TOs that will, right? They will see that and they'll be like, wow, you guys are really fucking ungrateful. Is like, like, you're really fucking ungrateful, bro. Like, we gave you all this broadcast time and this and that, right? I'm serious. Like, it, and there will be entities that are like, bro, I don't want to do shit with this game. Last time that someone did something big with their game, all they did was shit talk them on Twitter. That's all they did. Why the fuck would I want to put myself into that situation? Why? Why would I do that? They're not gonna give a fuck, right? So he's like, you gotta stop. Yeah. Yeah, you've got to stop, bro. It's and like it's disingenuous, right? It's disingenuous because I saw posts like this as well that were like, I'm pretty sure this is a Crystal tweet actually. Pretty sure it was a Crystal tweet that was like, you can't convince me that this was anyone's favorite game. It's like, bro, that's such a dog shit sentiment, Crystal. I'm sorry, I love you, but it's such a dog shit sentiment, bro. Like, if we start doing that, if we start being like, bro, this is not genuine because people don't like, there's not, this game is bad and my game is better. Like, what are we gonna do, right? Like, it's like, and we start shit flinging each other because of preference, literally just a preference in game. Where are we gonna get? You want us to all play Street Fighter and nothing else? Is that the reality y'all want? Is the so like, yeah, like I get it. Like, again, I get the emotions and this and that. Like, it's all going. We're feeling some type of way. I get it. I get it. I get it. But like, let's try to rate it in. Let's try to rate it in just a little bit. Let's like, like I just can't. I just can't. Right. It's just like there's narratives being pushed here that I just don't think really make much sense. I don't get it. Actually, I do get it. I just think it's dumb. Let me not say I don't get it, because I full well understand why things are happening. But like, you still, despite everything, like regardless of whether you feel like things were done in a correct way or an incorrect way or fairly or unfair, like you still have to move with grace, right? Like we have to carry ourselves with dignity, and we have to show respect to other communities that occupy the same space as us. At the end of the day, like yes, fighting games are subdivided, right? Like they're subdivided into like different communities for different games, but we're all fighting game players. We're all there for the same thing, to watch and play these stupid fucking games, bro. Like it is one big community. Yes, it gets subdivided because there's different fighting games and people play different games and this and that, but like we're still all doing the same shit. We're still all under the same roof, sharing passion on the same thing. Like you have to be charitable. Like you have to be charitable. We don't get anywhere by not being fair to each other. You're doing it better are you, nigga? No one hates fighting games more than fighting game players. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It's like, no, then that's a fine sentiment. That's a fine sentiment that you want games to be treated fairly and this and that, right? I don't have an issue with that. Like, if that's where it ended, I wouldn't have an issue with that. I would say that, like, if me taking a step back as someone on the inside who like literally worked the event, right? Do I think Granblue was treated unfairly, especially with malice? I don't think so. Honestly, given the circumstances, I don't think so. I think that's hard to see. Right? There's a lot of things you have to understand to arrive at that conclusion, but like, I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think that like it wasn't, like people were talking about like, oh, it's segregation. They're putting us in the. It's like, bro, I don't think that was the intent at all. It's just like that, bro. It's just, again, I get like, we just can't. It's venue limitations, right? It's venue limitations. If Frosty's gets big enough to rival Combo Breaker, and they have to upsize venues, then like that issue goes away entirely, right? Like it just doesn't, like, it's not even a thought. It's only because Frosty's is an in-between event where it's like bigger than everything but 3 events, but not big enough to justify going up to a Combo Breaker size venue, right? Like it's not that big yet, so they can't make that jump, right? That's a big risk. I've seen people have to sell their houses because the tournaments don't perform well, bro. I can't blame them for not like just sending it, right? Like it's I can't blame them. The audio thing, that will give you guys on, but honestly I think that's very hard. That's another very hard thing. Like live acoustics in venues, really rough. I do like think that's fair though. I think that's fair that like you're like the stage like the like people were saying like the audio from 2XKO was like super loud, so it was like hard. It was hard for people to hear Grand Blue while I was playing. Like yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Well, 100%. Well, live production's hard, for sure. Like, and again, like, I'm okay with that feedback, and I'm sure they are too. Like, I'm pretty sure they do like feedback surveys. I think like honestly, like if you feel some type of way about it, like, bro, let them know, right? I'm sure TOs will respect you guys a lot more from going through the proper channels as opposed to just like tweeting and making their event marketing and PR look really shitty, right? They already had things to deal with. Like the whole the water thing was so unfortunate for them, right? Because like the Frosty's water has been like an ongoing meme in the community for a while because everyone loves the Frosty's water. So they made a tweet about it before like the event had really started. That was like, you know what time it is? Time for the water, right? They take a picture of their water canister, and now everyone's going back and quote retweeting it because of the whole spiked water incident, right? And they're like, oh, I even saw some people that were claiming that the TOs were spiking the water themselves. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about? I'm like, huh? Is it? And so yeah, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. The other fair component is the format IMO going first to 2 until top 8. Oh, you know what? Let me talk about that. Let me talk about that. Because someone, I don't remember who made this tweet, but I think it was multiple people that were like, again, I think that point is just dogpiling. Like, to be honest, I think y'all are dogpiling. Like people were unhappy with the event for various reasons, and then they were like looking for more things to pile on. Like, oh my God, we're in the side ballroom. There's not enough screens. There's not enough audio, and this and that, right? They were doing that, right? And so they were just looking for things to complain about, right? And that's what I mean. That's when it stops becoming feedback and starts becoming just needless bitching. So like the format thing, it's not, to me, that's not a valid complaint. Like, not for the event, right? Not for the event. For those of you who don't know, this is reveal, right? Who do you think is responsible? Like, you guys know it was going to be first to 2, top 8. Until top 3. I hope you guys know that. You know who messaged them to get that changed? It's me. I didn't even run Grand Blue at the event, right? But the conversation was like last year was first to 2. Last year was first to 2 until top 3. And so they were just gonna do the same format. That it was literally the same format last year. I think people forgot, but like, yeah, it was first to 2 until top 3 last year for Grand Blue. And so they were going to do that because it was the same fucking format as last year, right? And no, it didn't get changed. I can show you the bracket. I can show you the bracket. Because this was another conversation I had with Elvin. Yeah, I literally like, again, like a week or two before the event, I'm like, I look at the rule document because they have like the rule page, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's first 2. Like I was hoping to get that changed, right? But yeah, here's the bracket. Look, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Yeah, it was absolutely 2 out of 3 until top 3 last year. 100% documented. Right. And so they were going to do that again this year. And so I messaged Elvin and I was like, yo, like, it's a hard conversation, right? It's a hard conversation for me to have because I don't have any leverage, right? I don't have any leverage. I'm messaging him. I'm messaging the event director and I'm saying, listen, bro, like, I understand that you did this last year, right? And also, on top of that, the elephant in the room, which is the biggest problem, is that ARC does not force format, right? Arcs, there's no reason for him to have to, like, he doesn't have to run first to 3 top 8 because it's not in the Arc World Tour rules, right? They're allowed to run whatever format that they want, right? And so, like, I can't say, like, hey, you know, Arxis says that you have to do this. And so, like, I don't have that leverage. All I can do is mildly suggest, like, hey, this is something that the players really care about. Every other plat on the tour this year has been first to 3. I would really, really push for this to be first to 3. I think he had a conversation with Arxis afterwards, after our conversation, and then they changed it. I was surprised. Like, I didn't know that they changed it until I got to the event. I got there and I was like, oh yeah, bro. Like I was gonna be the bearer of bad news. It's gonna be like, guys, just let you know, like this shit is first to 2 for a long fucking time. I was gearing up for that, and then I looked at the rule page and they changed it, and I was like, okay, sick. At least we got that right. And so, like, this is not a Frosty Faustings problem, right? There's an Arc World Tour problem. If you want events to be consistent on the tour, you have to force a rule set. That's just what you have to do, right? You have to put it in the rules. Hey, if you're on the tour, it has to follow these rules. That's been a problem for Arxis for a long time. It's been multiple years of them leaving it ambiguous, right? And then we end up having events that are in the same tier that are different formats, right? Like, because last year there were a bunch of golds. Like, some of the golds are first to 2 and some of the golds are first to 3, right? Again, that's hard. Is it like that for gear as well? No, it's not like that for gear, because gear is first to 3 everywhere, no matter what, and has been for years. There's no ambiguity for gear. No one runs any other format for gear, but they do for Grand Blue. So, like, yeah, gear doesn't run into this issue. What's up, Mimi? How you doing? And so, like, yeah, like when people were adding that to the list of things that, you know, they're saying, like, why I didn't have as good of an experience at Frosty Faustings, that's not the event's fault. I don't think it's fair to attribute that to a Frosty thing. That's an Arc World Tour issue, right? That's how it is. And like, again, like Evo was the same way. Evo was the one that changed last minute, the last Evo. And like, y'all almost got me killed. Y'all almost got me killed over that shit. He's like, y'all, I almost died for that shit. Cause, like, I'm sitting here and I'm badgering, like, I'm literally badgering the dude that, like, I'm badgering Rick, one of the nicest people I've ever known. This dude, bro, works for Sony and shit. He runs all this shit. I'm like, bro, like, if this dude wanted to say, never hire this dude again, I'm cooked. Like, my career could just be done. Like, he's a guy, he could do that. I don't think he would do that, but he could do that. I'm over here badgering him about this rule set shit, because I'm like, listen, bro, they really care about this first to 3 thing. Please. Me and G-Tech. It was not just me. It was because G-Tech and I were the game leads, right? Like, we were, like, pushing really hard. Really hard. We got to change it at the last minute, but, like, I knew he wasn't happy about it. I just and the reason for that is, like, not even there's some shit that even I didn't know, right? Like, working events year in and year out, there's even stuff that I didn't really think about. I didn't even I didn't really think about, like, oh, that, you know what, that actually makes a lot of sense. So, like, some events, right? When you hire people, like when you hire production teams and this and that, right? There's a certain amount of work, right, on the contract that they're to work per day. And if you go over it, then you have to pay overtime, just like a normal job, right? Like, if they work more hours than allotted on a given day, you have to pay them overtime. And that's a lot of fucking money if we're talking about entire production teams, right? Like, think about stuff like that. So, like, if there's any ambiguity, like, if this is going to run over any amount of time, right, you just cost the event, like, a lot of money. And, like, whatever you think that number is, it's much bigger, promise. Whatever number you think it is, it's much bigger. And so, like, yeah, like, even that was something I learned about last year. I was like, you know what? That makes a whole lot of fucking sense. Like, wow. Like, even, like, the metered stuff aside, like how much electricity is used and how much internet bandwidth is used and stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, I mean, that would make sense that people get overtime pay. And, you know, ideally, if you're running an event within a budget, a lot of time you're going to want to avoid that because, yeah, shit's expensive, bro. It's like it's just that's just the nature of events. So yeah, the format thing, like I think they don't want to. I mean, well, I can't offer any real excuse for ARC. I can't. I have nothing. Guys. I've thought it through time and time again. It's like why they are not forcing a rule set, right? It just doesn't. I can't rationalize it, and that hurts me because like I always try to think through like why are things the way that they are, right? Like why does this progress the way it is? I don't have any good explanation for why ArcSys does not mandate a proper rule set in terms of set length for Grand Blue. I don't really get it. I don't understand. Like part of it feels like maybe they don't want the backlash. Like it feels like they're just trying to offload responsibility. Honestly, that's what it feels like. It feels like they don't want to be the one that is responsible for making the decision, and so they're trying to push that to TOs, right? And so if the players are unhappy about whatever format, then they complain at the TOs instead of at ARC, and I think that's really irresponsible on your tour, right? Like straight up, I think it's a very irresponsible thing to do. If you want a legitimate tour, have a proper rule set, bro. It doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. He's like. It doesn't make any fucking sense, right? So yeah, I think ARC needs to do a lot better. They need to do a lot better on that. I've done multiple videos on this too, by the way. Like this is not the first time. It's not the first time I've talked about this. I rail them for fucking rule set every year. Every year I do a big ass video talking about why I think their ARC World Tour format is dog shit. And every year it like gets better in some ways and then gets worse in others. So I don't know. I don't know, bro. I was like, I do not know. But like this is something that like we can't go any longer like this, I think. And it's very unfortunate because it puts us in a position where our circumstances are different than everywhere else in the world. Like everywhere else in the world for Grand Blue looks at us and they're like, why the fuck? Why the fuck are they first to two, right? Like Europe is looking at this like, why are you guys playing first to two? Japan's looking at this like, why are you playing first to two? Even though Japan does play first to two in certain circumstances, like they play both, but like for their biggest events, they did all first to three, right? Saki, I know for a fact, like said the reason that he didn't go to Frosty's to like, you know, have his fate in his own hands for World Tour this year is because he didn't want to travel across the world to play first to two Grand Blue. That was literally his reason. If it was first to three, he would have been there that weekend, right? So it's very clearly something that people pay attention to and they care about. But the unfortunate circumstance is that while those regions do first to three, right? Like Europe does first to three, Japan does first to three. Those regions are not NA. That's just that, and that feels really shitty. It feels really shitty to say, right? It's a hard to swallow pill, but like there's nowhere in the world, like the biggest fighting game events in the world are in NA. Logistics are just different, right? They're just different in NA than anywhere else, right? Because there's no event that's as big as Evo. There's no event that's as big as Combo Break. Like that just doesn't exist. And so like when you get to that level of events, scheduling becomes really fucking hard. Logistics get only harder and harder to handle the bigger you go. And so like, yeah, it's annoying because the bigger the event, the more the domino effect can happen. Like something running even a little bit late can have cascading effects on the whole schedule of the tournament, right? It can make other games late and go over broadcast allotment. It can go over, you know, like I said, like overtime hours allotment. Like these things happen. And so like that's why a lot of NATOs err on the side of caution. And if they can run the shorter format, they will choose to run the shorter format just because it cuts some of the risk of things going long. And then like you have to like scramble to try to make up that time because like there's some time that you can't skip, right? Like in between game transitions, like when a game ends and you have to set up for the next game, that's time that it's not going to be fast, right? It can only be so fast. And it's not something you can skip. We can't speed run it because if you speed run it, then you run the risk of messing something up. and the broadcast can't run, and then it's gonna delay things even more, right? And so like it's hard. It's hard. It just sucks. It sucks. But Arxis needs to get their shit together on that. Arxis has to get their shit together on that, because that's not. I don't think it's anyone's fault but theirs, personally, on that end. I don't think that's valid criticism for Frosties itself, more so with the nature of how this. Honestly, it's how the scene is, because like a lot of fighting game scenes are really centered around their circuits and world tours, right? But Arxis is just pussy. That's just that's what they're pussy. It's a that's I'm going on record that they're being pussy. It's just how it is. Why was there water spiked at the first Frosties you've ever been to? I mean, like, it being your first Frosties is irrelevant, right? Like, sometimes shitty people do shitty things, and it's like coincidental, you know? Like, yeah. I mean, it sucks, but like, as I talked about at the beginning of the stream, I also think it was blown out of proportion. I don't think it was that many instances, as Twitter and whatnot would lead you to believe. I think it's a shitty thing that happened, but it definitely was not as widespread as people wanted to make it seem like. People just really like internet points, bro. A lot of you only tweet because you get dopamine rushes from people liking your shit. Like, you'll say the most ungodly, stupid shit just so a fucking nobody will hit like on your tweet so you can feel good about yourselves. Like, nobody fucking cares, bro. Like, I'm so... You guys are so annoying, bro. You guys are so fucking annoying because you think you know everything and you don't know shit, bro. You don't know shit and you don't ask. You don't fucking ask. That's the craziest part. It's like you're so sure of yourselves. You're so sure you know how it works. You're so sure. And then you tweet and you're fucking wrong. And then you look fucking stupid. Like, stop it. Stop it. You don't know how it works. Okay? You don't. He's like, you don't, and it's not everyone. It's obviously not everyone. It's just really, really fucking annoying, bro. Right? It's really irritating. It's irritating to have to like in my eyes, right? I shouldn't even have to do streams like this. It's like, in a perfect world, I wouldn't have to do streams like this because people would understand how things work, right? Obviously, that's like unrealistic. Like, always gonna be. I'm talking about you. You is who I'm talking about. You, nigga. You're one of them. You're so busy looking for a fucking excuse to fucking scapegoat Riot for all your insecurities because you somehow think that Riot being there makes your game have less opportunities or this or that, but you completely miss the big picture. You don't know how it works. You don't go to majors in NA. You don't know how it works. I'm there at every fucking event. I have medals on my wall for this shit. All right? You don't know how it works. Stop acting like you do. Ask if you want to learn. All you do is make us look fucking stupid, bro. That's all you're doing. Honestly, that's it. You're not making anything better. You're not. You're actively making shit worse. And for what? For your fucking Twitter likes, bro? You have like 200 followers. No one gives a fuck, Raz. For what? For what? Nobody gives a shit what Raz FG... Like, no one fucking cares, bro. The only time people fucking care is when your dumb fucking idiotic tweet catches fire, because negativity on Twitter goes way further than positivity. That's another thing. Twitter is also dog shit. It's not all you guys' fault. Twitter is also terrible, especially for fighting games. But yeah, it's like you're looking for excuses, bro. You're just all looking for excuses for things, bro. That's what it is, bro. You're looking for excuses. You already made up your mind. I hate Riot. I hate 2XKO. And so anything bad that happens, even remotely in the fighting game space, you'll look to scapegoat them for fucking anything. Even if they had nothing to fucking do with what's going on, bro. That's just how it is. And it's so rich because, bro, y'all are playing a fucking gacha game adaptation. Like, it's like... A fucking gacha adaptation. And y'all want to play High and Mighty. Crazy. Crazy. Niggas want to talk about Riot. What do you think? You think Psy Games is... You think Psy Games is better? That's what you think? He's like... Okay. All right, bro. That's what you think? We want to play High and Mighty. Okay. That's what's up. Newsflash. All these companies are shitty. All of them. That doesn't mean everyone that is a part of them is shitty. But yeah, like businesses, you know, they're gonna put business first. That's how it is. That's the world. That's how it is. That's capitalism. We want to talk about societal issues. We could do that. But he's like, do you have any insight on the ventilation issues? Are you just talking about like how hot it was? Or are you talking about something else? Because I know you were talking about like fans. They're not being like fans in the room and stuff. You blame Apology Man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, there was like was it Belial Finn that was like, I'm glad things are being sacrificed for people that have no roots in FGC or some shit. It was something crazy. I was like, bro, like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? For what? And like I said, they're private now. So like, I hope they're okay. Like I haven't gotten to talk to them since it happened. Like I hope they're okay, because like people can get pretty nasty on Twitter, especially like on both ends. Like it gets ugly. Like people say some pretty terrible fucking things about each other over some video games, bro. Like I hope that wasn't the case for them, but that tweet was dog shit. Like I was well, all due respect, and like again, whether you're my friend or not, like I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, I just think this is a bad tweet. Like, hey, it's a bad tweet. That doesn't mean I dislike you as a person. That doesn't mean that I think less of you. I just think like sometimes y'all just need to not click the tweet button, bro. Honestly, like it's like that's it. If I'm your friend, I'm gonna tell you to your face, like, hey, this is dog shit, right? If I don't give a fuck about you, you won't hear from me, bro. You won't hear from me, because I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I do give a fuck about what you're doing, though. Is it this year were no fans or anything? And if you remember last year, so there were some box fans, but honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be like so serious. Like, box fans are like so, like, honestly, they're pretty low impact. They're pretty low impact for like an event of that stature. Like, a lot of it's placebo. Like it helps a tiny bit, but like honestly, we're talking about like there's 400 to 500 extra people in the event than last year. Like, don't know how much of a difference it would have made. I think that's really just the result. It's just like it was bigger than last year. The venue was already small for the size that it was, and so we talk about cramming more people in this space. It's just hard, right? It's hard to. It's hard to deal with that problem given the space that they have. That's how I feel about it, at least. I don't have any extra insight. I don't know if there's like, if there were like electrical things that like, cause like that is something that you want to worry about at events too. I remember day one, we had a pod for Street Fighter lose power. we had a whole Street Fighter pod lose power, and it's like, okay, bro. Okay. It's like, well, this is awkward. This is really, really fucking awkward. Yeah. So like even at like big venues, sometimes like there's so many things plugged in. There's so many monitors. There's so many consoles. Production has 80 million things plugged in. Like we can actually blow out events. Like even at big venues, there's just that much going on. It's hard. It's hard. I do think it's like part of it's ironic too, because like the room is really hot and obviously it's called Frosties, and like if you step outside, it's really cold. It's like it's really fucking cold, but you're just dying. Like you're just dying. There's just so many bodies, bro. It's too much body heat. It's like it's too much body heat, bro. It's too much body heat. There's a whole room of niggas, bro. You ever hear the song Crew Love? And Weekend's like, there's a room full of niggas. That's Frosty's, bro. There's just too many fucking niggas in one place for the venue. It's just how it is. Like, it's like it's just how it is, man. It's like, positively, you had a phenomenal fucking weekend. Yeah, and that's good. That's good. I think most people actually had a good time. Like, honestly, like it get again because Twitter like props up the negative way more. Like, even the people that had feedback for the event, like most of them still said they had a good time. So I mean, I don't think it like went badly or anything, but I do think like social media obviously was like really crazy this year. Right? It's just nutty, bro. Justin Wong got blocked by the account. I don't even know how that happened, to be honest. That shit was really funny. There's a that shit was really funny. I have no idea how that happened, but I was dying when that shit happened. I was like, why did Justin Wong get blocked? I don't know. I don't know, bro. That shit was insane. I was like yeah, I mean that's true. That's true for sure. The spiking thing. So like I don't know. I think I think part of it is placebo, bro, honestly. Like I really think like if it happened once, and it didn't affect nearly as many people as like you would think based on how many people tweeted about it, right? I don't even know if it was spiking, to tell you the truth. I have no idea. I have no idea if it was actually spiking, or if it was like just a bad like the tank could have had something on the inside of it whenever they put the water in, and then people drink that, and like mold, shit like that. That happens. I don't know. All I know is that it likely only happened to one container, and everything else was like placebo. Like people were bullshitting, bro. Like there were some people that were bullshitting, like 100%. Like I'm seeing like 8 fucking tweets that are like, yeah, bro, I dropped my BNB because I drank water beforehand. It's like, so I don't believe you. I don't believe you, bro. People just want to be a part of something, even if it's negative, bro. Yeah. It's just that sounds really cynical, but like I was there, right? I was there. I don't really have a reason to believe it was more wide blown, like blown out as wide as people were like making it out to be. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. Made you paranoid the whole weekend, seeing no response. I mean, like I don't know what happened on like internal. Right, that's above my pay grade. That's above my pay grade. I'm not sure like if they're going to say something, if they're going to put something out. I honestly I don't know if they have like a good explanation to put into a tweet yet. But that's the thing, Raz, right? That's the thing, right? If you're even if you're a 0 follower Andy, right? If you're a 0 follower Andy and you're tweeting negative shit, it has that. It just has that. Like that's how Twitter works, right? That's the unfortunate part of it. It's like you could have just been saying something offhand, like whatever. I'm gonna just tweet some shit because it's your platform, right? Like you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want, right? I'm not mad at that. But like the algorithm on Twitter is literally designed to blow up negative shit. Like it's just negativity echo chamber. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because they know that the more negative shit is out there, the more people will click retweet and they'll quote retweet it and they'll like it, and that's how it is. And that's why it's really rough that like main fighting game discourse happens on Twitter. It's a shame, but what are we supposed to do? We're not going back to forums. We're not we're not going back to SRK. So like, yeah, it's Did the guy even get caught? Again, that's the thing. Like, I don't think they could put out a statement without them actually having info. And I feel like they just don't have the info. Like, honestly. Like, it could have been spiked. It could have been contamination related issue, right? And like, I don't think you just want to say something. Like, I don't think you just want to like say, oh yeah, it was definitely this when it wasn't, and this and that. So like, I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're gonna put out something or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would do if I were in that situation. It's tough. We've never dealt with this before, right? This is something that hasn't ever happened before at any event, at least to our knowledge, especially not to like none that has caught on social media to this degree. So yeah, it's just weird. It's just really fucking weird. It's like it's really fucking weird.
Out of nowhere for the glorious return to qualify for Arc World Tour last year at Frosty Faustings. Monarch is here to.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do, man. I don't know.
Let's be real.
I don't know. But that doesn't disqualify people for feeling the way that they feel. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, you're right to be shook, bro. Like, I don't blame anyone for being like, I'm not gonna drink from the water this weekend if that's what's going on. That's a logical thing to do. Like, that's a logical thing.
Monarch has the mental fortitude of a Shaolin monk at this point.
Yeah. A lot of venues have restrictions on that. Oh, that's not an event thing, by the way. That's usually venue things, right? Venues are like really, 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 really stringent on bringing in outside food and drink, and it's because in most cases it's a conflict of interest for them, right? If they let you bring in food and drink into the venue, then how do they sell you, right? Because they have food and drink in the venue as well. Like, how are they supposed to make money if you're allowed to bring? If there's a Target across the street, everyone just goes to Target. Everyone just goes to Target and loads up, and then nobody pays for shit, and then the venue doesn't make any money, and like, that's a big draw, right? That's a big reason for like why venue event relationships even work, right? It's just how it is. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's like okay, but for water, I mean, like, there's no way to verify that what you're bringing in is water, unless you want everyone's containers to get checked, every single one of them. Think about the logistics of that. You want them to have to open up and smell check every single water bottle that gets brought to the venue? That's not feasible. It's just not. That's just like not a thing. Is it good? you guys would feel awful if that's like, yeah, at the event, if that's what you have to go through every time you go to the venue, you're gonna feel terrible, bro. It's not fun to have to do that. It's not. Especially because there are multiple ballrooms, right? There are multiple security checkpoints. So like, you want to go to one ballroom from the other, right? You're gonna get checked again. You're gonna get checked again going back to the original ballroom. It just restricts your freedom. Like, that's just what it is. That feels fucking awful for most attendees. Like, they don't want to do that. It's... You're shocked about this? Shocked about what? See, again, I'm not discrediting your feelings, but like, again, I think there's placebo effect here, bro. I think it's, yeah, no, it's very standard. Oh yeah. No, venue stuff, that's normal. It's normal. Bro, I'm telling you, it's definitely placebo effect. Like, how many instances I'm curious, like, as a social experiment, right? How many instances would there have been stated about, right, if that first tweet did not happen until after the event, right? Because again, like, that first tweet goes out and then suddenly everyone is paranoid, and so they believe that even if they feel even a little bit funny, it's for something completely unrelated. It could be heat exhaustion. It could be whatever. It could be many things, pre-existing medical conditions. It could be a lot of things, right? But now you're going to attribute all of that to, I took a sip of water. it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? In some cases. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but there's definitely some of that, 100%. It's like, you're going to worry yourself into a fucking tizzy, bro. Like, you're just like, that's just how it is. People will always look for reasons to justify the way that they feel or to reaffirm what they already believed. If you're already feeling some type of way about Frosties, a lot of people will go out of their way to look for things to shit on it even more than before because they were already made up their mind that, hey, this event is bad, so I'm just going to pile on more reasons that it's bad. It's like, yeah, that's just how human brains work. These things happen. Is a we have a really unhealthy, like, it's instinct. You have to fight against that, right? You have to fight against the undying need to put everything in labels and categories. Like, I mean, like, that's not what you were saying before the event. But hey, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say to try to justify it, you can do that. But like, it is what it is. You literally said you didn't even want to go. The only reason that you went is because Zenkai paid for your ticket. You said you didn't care about the game anymore. It was boring and this and that. So like, I don't think I have no reason to believe that. Yeah, I was so excited for Frosties before. Like, I have chat logs, bro. Like, it's the okay. I guess I can't read. My bad. Your rationality is rare, the FGC. Hey, I'm trying to push us in the correct direction. And if I want us to go in the correct direction, we got to talk to each other like human beings. It's just how it is. Right? That's how it is. We have to have real discussions that don't just turn into shit slinging. How are we going to get anywhere if we don't actually talk about these things? These like, outside liquids could also be a security thing. No, for sure. Like that. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that go into why certain things happen the way they are. Sometimes it still fucking sucks, right? Like, it'd be nice to be able to bring in your own water and shit. Absolutely. I'm not gonna fight against that. Of course, so it'd be really nice. I'm just telling you guys that, like, on the business end, and that's usually the end that people don't understand, right? On the business end, it's like, to them, it doesn't make sense to let you have outside food or drink. They want you to spend money at the concessions. That's what they want you to do. They want you to pay $4 for a can of soda. That's what they want you to do. That's it. That's the business model. Who has ever been to a hotel that's had reasonably priced food and drink? Right? When's the last time that happened to y'all? So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's like one of the reasons that we like the water thing at Evo was like a big deal, right? Hey, that's your opinion. I don't really care, right? Like, I don't, like, if that's how you feel about it, fine. I'm not here to change your mind. That's not my job. You're going to feel how you feel no matter what I say. I'm simply just explaining my thoughts on the situation. That's the point of this stream. I'm not here to discount your feelings or this or that. You're going to feel whatever you want anyway. It's not like you listen to me anyway. It's like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to dispel the shit that's just straight up untrue, first of all. And then also explain why some perceptions around events, because that's kind of my specialty, in case you didn't notice. I'm kind of an event guy. Why, like, some perceptions get kind of warped and why discourse around them becomes unhealthy in certain circumstances. That's it. Just so we can be better for next time. That's all. That's all I care about. No, there's never going to be an event where everyone has a good time at. Right. Every event will have someone that doesn't have the best time. That's just how it is. Too many fucking humans for it to be like unanimously like everyone had a good time. It's like, you know, it is what it is. A lot of the time those things are anecdotal though. Those are not like, there are instances where the event like does things that like are legitimately fucking horrible and it leads to a lot of people having a bad experience, but that's not like the caliber event we're talking about. That's usually not the case. Like, that doesn't really happen at a Frosties or a CEO or a Combo Breaker or an Evo. Like, that doesn't really happen, right? That's why they are as big as they are. It's because they've reached that level of legacy, that level of respect that people understand. Like they understand level of quality to the table that most events don't. That's why they even were able to grow to the size that they did. You at least top 8. You appreciate top 8 was first to 3 in your rank. You're welcome. You're I was, bro. How the fuck do you guys think I felt? Mic audio died. Oh, mic cooked. It's over. It's fucking over. It's because I'm pretty sure. Can you guys hear me? Am I good? Okay, yeah. So it's because I was opening my AirPods case. I was opening my AirPods case and like Spotify, like I have Spotify on my phone. And so like when I open my AirPods, it thinks that it wants to play Spotify on my phone. And it's like messing with it's messing with some shit. It's like it'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, so like that shit. How I was saying, like, I did all this fighting for top 8 to be first to 3, bro. How do you think I felt? Like, bro, I looked at my schedule for the weekend and I'm like, bro, like, I don't get to do shit with Grand Blue, bro. Every time something important was happening in Grand Blue, I was running something in Shive, bro. I was like, I'm like, yo, that top 8, it looks pretty good. I'm like across the, like the angle is shitty because like, we're on opposite ends, right? So like I'm sitting in the front, like next to the stage, so I can't even like I can't maneuver in a way that lets me actually see what's going on in the screen. So I'm like watching top 8 on Twitch on my phone while it's happening across the room from me because I can't leave from where I'm at. Like it's like I'm like, oh boy, this will be really nice to see right now, but it'd be like that. It'd be these things happen. It just Camney. Oh yeah, true. These things do happen. Oh, did I tell you guys the story about wait, is Mimi here? Mimi, are you here? I'm gonna tell them the Joe story. It was like BSG's not on Oni anymore. He hasn't been on Oni for a while. Yeah, he's a free agent. Yeah. He's a free agent. I was fucking around with him because, like I said, he was in the room. He was in the room on the last day. He was in the room on the last day. I was like, bro, Oni's never getting any Grand Blue player ever again, bro. They just won 2x KO at Frosty's, bro. They're never picking anyone else up from smaller games, bro. They going all in. They got 16-year-olds winning 20k on 2x KO. They not going back, bro. They not going back. Yeah, so funny production thing that happened. So we're watching Tekken, and Joe Crush, one of our players on Paragon, he goes up to play, and instead of Paragon, it said STG, which is another team for S tier gaming. And so like these things happen. So like my initial thought was like, oh, it's just a production error. Like it just these things just kind of happen. But then like there was like this whole thing where it was like, no, it wasn't a mistake. He actually wrote it, or we thought that he had actually written it down as his team. And so like we're like, wait. We're like, wait, what's going on here? This is like, well, we were like doing detective work. We're like talking to people. We're like, yo, did you know about this? Like, he's like, bro, our group chat, like we have a group chat for us. Yo, I had so many notifs. Like I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what's happening? I'm like, what's going on? And then, it did turn out it was just a mistake. STG had a player in top 8, and I think they accidentally like copy pasted onto Joe's because I think it was Cyrax Slayer. He's a Leroy player. He plays for SCG. But bro, that shit was so damn funny. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What is going on?
Right? We give up a little bit of that push forward, but now we go right back into it. Monarch shooting away. Another great fall. Now we're just
Outside food is also a cleanup thing. No, true. And honestly, gamers are pretty bad with cleaning up after themselves, bro. Guys. Oh my god. Let me show you a tweet. I'm gonna get this. It's not enough for me to tell you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, bro.
row and one confirm is killed.
I'm gonna show you.
Didn't even need to proc the ultimate butterfly just yet. You keep that pressure on. But no brave plus to your name.
I wonder if I can find this in time though. Like there's a lot of tweets to get through.
And we get the detonation as well. The wake up.
I think Yasian might have it.
As Monarch now on set point.
Bro, if we're getting players taken from us like from under our noses like that, bro, we're gonna have some things to say.
DC away. Nice savage rampage. Will challenge the hop.
Like actual madness out here.
Follow up at that back throw.
Let me see if Yasian has it on his page.
He doubled down with the ultimate command grab. That great.
It's always combo breaker. It's always combo breaker where it's the most noticeable.
And the detonation so tricky off of the scramble, but Monarch still rough on HP. Has to respect the butterfly here. A minor life lead right now.
I don't know if he has it, bro. How long ago is this?
Corner though, lots of meter. Roll.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Stuff. Found off of the jump in. Still half duration for that Soul Forge armor. 5L. Trying to oh my goodness. The spot down.
Mid event would have been crazy, bro. Imagine he goes up on stage.
On the low.
He goes up on stage and he rips off his Paragon hoodie or shirt to reveal an STG jersey beneath, bro. Oh my god. Cinema. Yo,
A factor, but we get around.
can you fucking imagine?
3-2. Monarch. Locked
That shit would be crazy. That's
smile on Yoshi's face, right? I am seeing the character, the time where maybe before that's the mental boom. It's damn.
that would be some new shit.
I was one round away from the qualification, but that smile knowing it was a damn good set in the winners finals, and you still have your chance as you get sent down into the loser side. We're gonna be watching that loser semis to see his opponent. He knows he's down, but not out.
Where is this at, bro? I got it, bro. There's like one picture in particular that
Inevitable.
I need to save this picture so it's easy to reference in the future.
Monarch, Frosty Fausting's reigning champ. Yes. But man, even
Alt butterfly, great move.
have won in the one's tournament. But Satoshi in the background out here looking to potentially make a threat to qualify. We're getting this run back against Koji Coco, which
Ah, here it is.
put Koji in losers. Will that happen again, though? Have we learned the lessons of the Lorraine challenge? Yeah, let's see it. I mean, you had all of yesterday, right?
This is what combo breaker looks like after everything is done.
We had all the time in the world to look for casuals, train up, see if we can get any advice from, multiple Lowains around the venue as well. So let's see if the training is going to be enough. If he, even thought that he would be running into Satoshi one more time here on this top 8 stage for losers semis. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
honestly, there is
So like
no competitor.
cleanup is very real concern, especially because Frosty's is carpeted floors, right?
Folks on notice.
And most the biggest majors don't have carpeted floors, right? Like Combo Breaker doesn't have carpeted floors, Evo doesn't have carpeted floors anymore.
Honestly, look at the level
Well, a Combo Breaker does in the side room, I think, but not in the main hall,
that really come up and shown out.
right? And so like
Travel more and really
you're getting charged for like stains and shit. Like
set.
the cleaning costs are real. Like it's you expected worse. It's still bad. It's because we already started cleaning up at this point. That's why it's not as bad as it. That's why this isn't as bad as it looks, because you can see like we're already stacking up chair. We've already started cleaning up. That's why. That's that's why we already started stacking the chairs and shit. So yeah, it gets ugly. Combo breakers for the main exhibit hall has like 4 trash cans outside of the bathrooms or something like that. Yeah, it's a new venue from what, like, if you haven't been to Combo Breaker in a few years, like, it's a different venue than it used to be. They've only been in this venue since 2020. I want to say 3. I want to say. Was it 23? Actually, let me check their event page. Let me see it. Let me see if which one was the actual spot. Because I remember they were in Pheasant Hall for the longest, bro, and people used to love that venue. Let me check if 2023 was in the same one as this one. 2022 was the first year in Schaumburg. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, I know they swapped, but I couldn't remember which year. I remember the first year, bro. The first year that they were in Schaumburg, I didn't get to staff. My mom was getting married. My mom was getting married, and so I couldn't go. I was like, well, it'd be like that. I got bodied. Yeah, I was thinking 2023 because 2023 is when the rebrand happened. So they did 1 year. They did 1 year in Schaumburg with the old branding, and then they rebranded the year afterwards. So I think that's why in my mind I was thinking it wasn't until 23 that they switched.
I'm so glad we're seeing more Zoe. Yeah. Sick to see that buff to the spinning slash. Koji Koko happy to represent his babe once more.
Honestly, like the smell thing, you know, people talk about like the smell thing every tournament. Some of that shit's exaggerated too. Like, I'm not denying that there are people that smell. Like, there'll always be like, it's fucking so many people, bro. There'll always be like a few people that smell, but like it's not, bro. It's not like that, bro. It's not like that. It's the thank you for the follow. It's not like that, bro. It's not like that, and it's not like people would like you to believe that like it's like one player base is more responsible for it than the others. It's like, no, I don't think so. No. Once upon a time, it was the Smash stereotype. They were like, oh yeah, no, it's only the Smash players that smell. And then they very quickly learned that when you run events that are on the level of, like, because Smash has always been bigger than traditional fighting games, event-wise, right? Like, we're talking about, like, the numbers that we're seeing on, like, Combo Breaker and stuff, right? Like, there are Smash events that have had those. Like, we talk about, like, Smash Cons and, you know, Genesises and stuff like they've had that. Right? They've had those. And so, like, yeah, when we start hitting those levels, like, yeah, like, you're sometimes you're running into some people that are pretty rank. Yeah, no, for sure. That it happens. It happens. The craziest part is the self-gaslighting that happens. Because, like, I don't know if it's like faith in the fellow human being or something, but like sometimes you smell something and then you're like, what the fuck, is that me? Like you smell yourself for a second and you're like, wait, no, it's definitely not me. Like you take a step away and then the smell goes away entirely. You're like, oh, okay, I see. He's like, you're like, oh, I see. I see what the issue was. You know, like that's just part of being self-aware, right? Because nobody wants to, like, and that's what I mean. Like that is the thing. I don't think it's malicious in most cases. Like I don't think people actually like recognize that they smell and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna be down there with people while I smell. I don't think so. I think in some cases they legit don't smell it. Like, cause your body gets used to your own scent. Like that happens. So like I don't know. That leads to some other issues that like we need to talk about. But like I think that's part of it for sure. He's like, no, you can't do that. That's not. I mean, like I'm sure like y'all are not being serious, right? But like we can't like everyone's like, you know, we need to do smell checks for people, bro. You know what type of legal liability it would be if you're spraying people with fucking deodorants? You're spraying every fucking person. that checks into. Hell no, bro. You think they want to be legally liable for that shit? No. You spray one person that smells and they're allergic and they have a reaction. Your ass is done. You're done. You're done. You're busy. You get fucking sued, bro. You're done. Like, no, bro. They're not doing that. They don't want to do that either, bro. Believe me. Oh, nah, bro. We can't do that. The best thing to combat this is just to actually say something to someone. Like if you're around someone that's like, speak up, right? And I know it's social, it's awkward, right? Especially if it's someone that you don't know. Like it's hard to speak up, but like you're helping them in the end, right? You got to say something. I tell you, like, you going on Twitter it's not telling you. It doesn't really help. Most of those tweets are just for clicks, bro. Like, it's how many? Because after every major, it happens. Every fucking major. You guys know this, right? After every major, someone always makes a post. Like, people smell. Like, we know, bro. We know. Sometimes there's people that fucking smell. How is it going to get any better by you tweeting, bro? Especially if they don't know that they're the one doing it, right? If they don't know it's because of them, they're going to look at that tweet and be like, wow, that really fucking sucks. That, you know, people need to take better care of their hygiene, right? They're just going to do that and they're going to move on because they don't think it's them. So you gotta say something. Yeah. If you want it to get better, you gotta say something. I think Punk's tweet was dog shit, and it's so funny. He tried to do revisionist history too. He tried to be like, oh yeah, now everyone wants to tweet about the stink, but y'all went after me. Like, yes, nigga, we went after you, bro. Nah, bro. Cause like, what I heard about that situation is that like the person that he was talking about, he didn't even smell, and like that dude got harassed. Like, they got harassed to the point where they did not participate in the rest of the event, the rest of the weekend. It happened on like day 1 or day 2. They just straight up did not participate the rest of the event because they were getting harassed by people because Punk was like, oh, this person smells and that's the reason I lost. It's like, yeah, no, we're not doing revisionist history on this. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, because that was really ugly. If you think it's that bad, let me give you the tech, right? If you think that someone's smell is affecting you in tournament, and I'm not joking about this, like if you think it is like something that can really affect you while you're competing, that's fair. Buy a mask, chew some gum. Wear a mask, chew some mint gum, bro. You won't smell shit. That's the tech. Like, there are ways around this, right? Like, there's the 5 gum sponsor. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. People are afraid to tell their friends they freaking sing. No, for sure. But I think they're more afraid to tell like strangers that they sing, right? I think most people would be more willing to tell like a good friend, like, hey, like you're kind of rank right now, bro, than like a complete stranger that is like in pools next to them, you know? It's just awkward, right? It's awkward for a lot of people. I don't think they want to do that. It's like
We're back over to the Coliseum, but Zoe retired to the back pocket. Now in game number 4, Satoshi 1 game away from the losers finals. Let's see if the Belial's going to be enough.
There are ways around it, but it also sucks that people have to even do that. Yeah, but like that's just kind of the nature of live events, you know? Like, when we talk about like participating in events of this stature, like there are some things that we have to do that may not be ideal, but like it's also not that much of a chore, right? It's like really not that big of a deal to like take precautions. If you're like a competitor and you're serious about it and you think it can affect you, you should be taking those steps anyway. How dumb do you think you're gonna feel? Like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like a Punk level competitor, bro. How fucking foolish do you look saying, yo, bro, I lost because my opponent smelled, bro? Like, nigga, you are a world-class competitor. If you are not taking steps to prevent things like that from happening, that's on you, bro. Like, you're someone that's supposed to give a shit. Like, and again, that whole situation, like, it turned out to be kind of bullshit from what I've heard. So, Dev awkward if you're younger. Yeah, but there's a lot of young people that are at these events. I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, most people that go to fighting game events are pretty young. Like, I don't think it gets less awkward just because you like turn 50 or some shit. Like, yeah, I think that's generally something humans don't really want to do. Like, it's just an unpleasant experience to like have to, because I think a lot of people's minds like view it as conflict, right? Even when it's not, like, it's perceived to be conflict. Or you're afraid of it turning into a conflict. Like, imagine like you tell someone like, yo, like, I don't mean to be mean or anything, but you're kind of smelling right now. Like, you know, I don't know if you knew, but I heard a few people talking about it, right? Imagine like someone gets combative about that, which some people would, right? That, in fairness, that is a real thing that could happen. Like someone getting combative, like, what the fuck do you mean I smell? Like, you trying to say something? You trying to call me dirty? You trying to, you know, it can get ugly. Like, I don't think most people will even want to mess around with that possibility. So like, every time you went to anime events, you always wear a mask. I mean, wearing a mask at events is just, honestly, it's just good practice, to be honest. Not even for smell purposes, but like just to not get sick, bro. Someone is always fucking sick at these events. Someone out there is sick at the event. There are 4.5 thousand people at the event. Someone is sick. Promise you, someone is sick. Like, someone is sick. Every fucking event, there's always mass tweets like, got sick at the event. Yeah, got sick of the event, bro. They call it, at Evo, they call it Evola. Evola. After Evo ends, all those people got sick at Evo. I got the Evola. It's like, yeah. Someone is sick at the event. There's too many fucking people in one place for someone to not be sick. By the numbers, someone is sick, bro. By the fucking no, it's just how it is. Is the And then, like, if you're someone that flew to the event, you know, people at airports, someone at the airport's fucking sick too. Like, it's just, there's just a lot of places to get sick. Is the Koji could survive. There's the chip. Frosty's flu, yeah, true. Yeah, Evola, that shit is funny, bro. I can't lie. I don't know who was the first one to call it that, but that shit was brilliant. I can't lie. I would give them props for that. Good shit. They got that, bro. I'll give them that one. Like, most of the time, fighting game players aren't funny at all, but like, I'll give you that one, bro. Good shit. Yeah. I already talked about that. I was saying, like, it's like kind of hard to tell like what actually happened there. And I wouldn't expect Frosty to put out anything until they get 100% confirmation. And I don't know if that confirmation will ever be gotten. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. Again, I still don't know if it was spiking. I don't know if it was contamination. I'm not sure what it was. All we know is that it was bad. And I am also on the side that it probably didn't happen as much as people thought it did. Honestly, there were some probably isolated cases, but like wasn't as widespread as someone leads you to believe. But that's like a different story entirely. Obviously, something happened. It's just like offering an explanation for that is difficult. Yeah, it's like you don't want to just bullshit people, right? Like you don't want to say, "Hey, we got the person that did it," and then it turns out no one even did anything in the first place. You know, like what if it's the hotel's fault that there was a contaminated container or something, and people drunk from that, and that fucked them up? Then what? You just scapegoated someone for no reason. Like it's hard. It's hard. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I'm there to run the events, and now I'm back home with all you beautiful people. That's it. That's a good. I don't know. I don't know if or what they're gonna do, but you know, I am at least to my knowledge, no one was seriously hurt, which is good.
At all. We are down to our final fourth for Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. This storyline has been absolutely nuts. We're about to get into this losers finals match, and it's looking pretty tight. Satoshi up against Guy. I mean, look at this run. Satoshi.
This track though. Oh, you're talking about the Final Fantasy suite I had? Yeah, it's a really good arrangement. I can grab it for you if you want it.
Any one of these players will receive an invite to our
I think it was. Yeah, here it is. Oh wait, is it a local file? I don't know if I. I might get cooked. Okay, yeah, it is a local file, so I can't share it the same way as others. But it's a Liberi Fatali by Video Games Live is the orchestra that did that one. In case you're looking for that arrangement. Final Fantasy VIII. Broken ass top one monarch. It's bro, this tournament was so crazy. That like every game's finals was fucking nuts. Like every finals that I even got to like perceive at all was like fucking crazy. Like Street Fighter was crazy, Gear was crazy, Grand Blue was crazy, 2XKO was crazy. Like it was nuts, bro. Like there was some damn good fighting games played this weekend. So fucking sick. Really unfortunate there wasn't more coverage on the main screens at the venue, but top 8 was first to 3 because at first it wasn't. Yeah, I got it changed. hard fought victory, bro. It'd be like that, but they made the right decision. So shout out to them. At the end of the day, I'm not the one that chooses. I can only mildly suggest. That's it. So I appreciate them for even listening to me. He's like, I'm not even the Grand Blue TO, bro. They could have been like, why the fuck you talking to me about Grand Blue? You're the gear guy, bro. Yeah, that's just how. Honestly, that's just the nature of live events, right? You just can't stream everything. It's just not enough resource or time. It's tough. But honestly, that's an honest like avenue. Like if I was not getting hired at these events, I would actually consider going to events just to do live coverage of matches that aren't streamed. That I did some of that. Right? I did some of that this way. I did some of that for Grand Blue. I did some of that for Gear. I think that shit that like obviously there's matches that people want to see, but also I think it's cool to give people a peek into the event because there's a lot of people that can't go to events, right? There's a lot of people that don't get to experience like events of that stature, and so like giving them like kind of like a window to see like what these events are like from the inside, I think is really fucking cool. And so if I was not getting hired, like if I was not getting, I would consider like going to the events just to do like that type of content. I think it definitely is a demand for it. Was Grand Blue the only one that was going to be top 3 first to 3? No. No, they're not the only one.
2026 Grand Blue. So much has changed. We have to fight
Cover
away.
with the nah, oh.
Willness, yes.
The willness
The
we've
willness,
seen.
yes.
Wait a damn minute.
We were talking about it at the top of the block.
Yeah, rivals. Again, though, like the rivals got like I understand like the rivals people felt slighted, but it's a circuit thing. It's not an event thing.
And it looks like we're locking
It's a circuit thing, bro.
not gonna do the job. We need the 3-hit
Like
to kill. It's time for PSG to bring out the willness.
it's just how it is, right?
The monstrosity that is Willness. People fear this character because at all given times, you are in danger.
Yeah.
Literally at round start, you're in danger. Back
99 seconds, it's dangerous.
No. There's plenty of games that are first to 2
Trust me. Still dangerous.
until top 3. Like the other gears, like Plus R, Exert, they're both first to 3. I think Uni's first to 3 or first to 2. Yeah, there's actually plenty of games that are still first to 2 until top 3.
God, exhaust or an alt Hadron smash.
Some games just take fucking long, bro. Tekken is top. It's first to 2 until top 4 is TWT rules. They actually stole my format, bro. I've been running top 4 first to 3 for a while for Paragon Line, and then TWT switched from top 3 to top 4, bro. They stole our format. I didn't get any royalties, bro. It's fucked up.
Hold these missiles, and that's the thing. Because
It's
it's
a-
so different for Willness, you can kind of take your time and let the opponent come to you. Nice raging chain finish here, and it pays off, right? We didn't put
Yeah, no. At every fighting game event, there's infinite. Like, there's like hundreds of matches that are so good that just never get seen. It's you just can't broadcast everything. One thing I want to do, my next kind of project is I want to push for. I don't know how feasible this will be, but I want to push for events to have recording setups. That was something that I pushed really hard for in Smash whenever I was doing more Smash majors than traditional fighting games, and I think that's like also something that would be cool. Or the quad. You guys ever see the quad? You ever see the quad? The quad is really cool. It's like a station where it's like
against the wall.
they play like 4 sets that are not on the mainstream. There's no commentary, but you get to see you get to see like a bunch of matches that are not happening on the mainstream. It's really cool.
What I tell you, just a few interactions ago, an overhead is on the way. We've already conditioned for the low.
Oh, brother. Let the
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a lot of shit like
Okay.
again, like to me,
I've done this enough.
controversial opinion, but to me, having pretty deep roots in both, like I have deep roots in traditional fighting games, I have deep roots in Smash.
Mario Party.
Like there's a lot that each like both of the scenes, like to me, Smash is just another fighting game.
Round out the super cup.
There's a lot that like the scenes can learn from each other. Honestly, like Smash has like their focus on like recording setups and especially like proper seating processes and stuff. I think that stuff is like we could adapt some of that into traditional fighting games for sure. Because I think we should take some of that. I think, but
We whip.
it's hard to break tradition though. You know.
A piece here in the losers finals.
Is there an easy way to set that up? It's not easy, but it's also not hard.
Oh, close heavy.
If that makes sense.
Hit opportunity.
Like it's doable, but it's another point. Like again, every single time you do something extra at a major, it's another point of failure, of potential failure, right? There are things that can go wrong with a quad. Someone has to maintain it, right? That means that another person that you have to pay to do so, and this and that. Like it's not hard, but it's also not easy. And the bigger question is not even about difficulty. It's about, is it justifiable for the event?
Cheering on Satoshi
Right.
as
And
they
like
fail.
currently most events are making the decision like, it's not really justifiable given the circumstances, but I hope that changes one day.
Watching this Grand Blue, I don't know. You might want to go to the hospital. Like,
That's what I'm saying, man.
Smash majors with 1,200 players properly seed the number 12 player in Iowa. Yeah, they give a shit. They give a shit. Like the rankings and seedings and shit. Like they really care. Now the culture is really interesting because like while I think it's cool that they care so much, bro, some players are so psychotic about about seating positions, and it's because like they recognize that it is something that is important, but they don't really understand it, and so you run into situations where someone is like, "Yo, bro, I'm the fourth best Rob in Utah," and it's like, bro, like you might not like that you were this number of seed, but like that is definitely within the range, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like it's like, bro, it'd be like that. It's like you gotta hold that. you gotta hold that, bro. It's just how it is. This guy-
That high, you cannot be jumping out of the big body's range. The slowdown from that blue flash as BSG ties up the rounds. Oh man.
Smash is so far ahead in terms of tournament streams and stats. You feel traditional fighting games don't feel like they need to do anything. I don't know if I agree for tournaments. I think event quality is like pretty similar. So the nuance thing, right? The nuance thing about this is that like Smash is specialized, right? Like Smash events are specialized, and so they get to cater a lot of aspects of the event to those specific games, right? Because they're only running like 2 or 3 games as like their main games. Obviously, they factored in some traditional fighters and this and that, but like they get to hand tailor the experience to just like a few games, right? And that opens up a lot of opportunity because like most of the time these are games that people have been streaming for a while. Like Ultimate has been out for a while. Melee's been out for longer than some of you have been on the planet, right? It's and so like I think that allows for them to flesh out the production flow and event flow and all that stuff like to a point where it feels like really refined. Whereas like for traditional fighters, like Frosty's runs, like did you see their fucking main game list, bro? Like look at how many games. Right, this is their main game page. All these are official main games. Like there's so many different, and like every single game has production quirks, right? Like you have to have different monitor settings. You have to have different, like very, very slight difference in like the way you do overlays and the way you do your player cams and all. Like it's just hard. It's it's hard. And so a lot of events like go for things that are more universal that they can just adapt to like most events, and they slightly tweak it depending. But yeah, and like this only gets added to as more games come out. Like when Tokon comes out, gotta have new production flow. When Avatar comes out, new production flow. Invincible Versus, new production flow. It's hard. It's it's just hard. So like while I think there's some truth to what you say, for sure, I think it's like that's the reason. It's not that the traditional fighting game events don't want to get better. It's that like it's just much slower of a process for them because they just have to adapt so much more because there's just so many more games and communities and flows to have to cater to. At least that's the way I perceive it. But recording setups, I think, are something that they could all do. Like they across the board, like we could actually just do that. I think. Because like I don't think that would cost anyone too much. But then we're gonna get people getting into fights about who gets to play on the recording setup. Can't wait for that to happen. Am I running all 3 of those? Avatar, Tokon, and Invincible Versus for Paragon? I cannot commit. I can neither confirm nor deny. The only one of those 3 I can say for sure I will run events for is Tokon. Invincible and Avatar are kind of up in the air. You probably will get at least an event from me on them. I just don't know if they'll be regular, right? Tokon I will absolutely run. I've already run Tokon, right? We've already run Tokon in the beta. Like we will run Tokon. It's an ArcSys game, bro. We're kind of good at running these ArcSys games. In case you guys notice, like we're kind of good at that. We're kind of good at that. I think it'd be foolish for me to not run Tokon. When's Tokon out on the PC? It doesn't have a release date, right, chat? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I don't think it has a date. I think it's just this year. Like I think it's 2026. And it will be after Evo for sure. Because if it was before Evo, it would be at Evo. So yeah, late this year, I think. That would be your DNF duel. I I thought they said it was 2026. I'll have to go. I'll have to go and look.
About to risk the counter hit to A.
I might have been mistaken.
Very good on tech, but still got caught with the 5-0. Still gonna need a couple more good hits from Satoshi.
And no, it's not. I don't think Avatar could beat DNF. Because DNF. Thank you for the raid, Dragai. I appreciate you, bro. DNF ran into the issue. First of all, DNF is a great. I need to do a video on this, bro. I need to do a video on this. I need to do a video on like how social media, how Twitter like kind of fucked over DNF. I should do a video on that at some point. But that aside, I don't think DNF is that big in the West.
All on Yigi, the flames, the lightning.
And Avatar is pretty big in the West. Like it's pretty known. So I feel like it'll do fine.
Chipping through, play perfect, and he's just my goodness!
Like even if it's not that highly regarded in terms of how good the game is, I think like, bro, I was so scared. Bro, I saw this live. I'm not gonna lie, BSG, I was so scared you were gonna fall and bust your ass, bro. Like he stumbled here. I was like, bro, please don't fall. I'm glad he didn't fall. Like I was legit concerned. Like I saw that in the I was on the other side of the venue. I was on the other side of the venue. I was like, bro, please do not fall, bro. Holy shit. Also, Satoshi, I'm roasting you, bro. Why the fuck? Bro, if I was your sponsor, I don't know if this is like a real team or if this is just like a group of buddies that are fucking around. But if I'm the person that runs your org, bro, I'm pissed off because why did you wait until you're this deep into top 8 to show the jersey, bro? What the fuck? Like what? I'll really roast you.
A heartbreaker of a set, a heartbreaker of a finish, but Satoshi, the hero of today's top 8. Jesus, so down to the wire. One last reaction check for it all.
That room was not cold, bro. All the complaints were that it was too hot. It was not cold.
Jersey, as we have
It was not cold, promise. It was
battle here for Satoshi. Secure that
that shit was not cold. The only thing that was frosty at this event was outside, bro. Hell no.
stood for.
I thought I saw some wrinkles there. The entire time I was like, I actually have no idea what it is.
I was looking too. I'm like,
I need to find it. I tried to Google it, I couldn't find it. Little did I know.
I don't know if it's a real team or not, though. Is this just like a group of friends just fucking around?
and what a
Or what?
turn.
That's what I assumed because the name is, yeah. It's, but if you die like that, you're rolling off the stage. I feel that. I feel that. I'm gonna say he's gonna do the Justin Wong roll.
Satoshi's performance, like historically,
Bro, chat. I got DM'd so much. Like, bro. I feel like when Paragon doesn't run, like people take it as a doomsday scenario, bro. They're like, this nigga runs events all the time. Like, I got DMs for people that were like, are you okay? Like, Paragon's not running. Like, what the fuck? Are you all right?
wealth of knowledge.
I was like, yeah, bro, I'm bad at tournament. It's fine. Like, he's like,
Butterfly, how are you gonna try and make your
they're like, you all right, bro? I'm like, yeah. He's like,
envy Satoshi right now? I do not want to
shit is insane.
do against Matera. Let alone
What's up, Zero?
2 versus 3s, right? So it's certainly doable, though, right? You do have Sammy and Tomy that can really kind of help out. Alt wheel
It's serious business.
in this type of matchup, and Catbot
Serious business, bro. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. In some ways, you know, I take that as a compliment.
opponents and still very easily find a way to push full screen away. Yes, you're going to be very comfortable during rainfalls. Butterfly setups are going to be pretty accessible. So we're probably going to focus on closing.
Bro, someone did this shit. Someone did this song in karaoke, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
this set
Like,
because this is where
listen, I don't shame people. I don't shame people with karaoke because like that's kind of the point is you like put yourself out there. But for some reason, this song just stuck in my mind because like, bro, I feel like they were tone deaf. Like I feel like they legit. I was like, damn, bro, that's tough.
anybody else this afternoon.
I was like, you know, damn, bro. What the fuck?
Guam, save Guam Blue.
Bro, what? He actually no, bro. Oh nah. Okay.
It's gonna be crazy. Is that
Okay, bro.
qualify for Arc World Tour? Especially
We like literally had a whole conversation about this after the event was over.
travel in
Me and Elsa and BSG and shit.
invite Garrett
Jesus fuck.
is the point standing, but Satoshi, I can't imagine. Getting an invite. I couldn't imagine. That seat right there.
You need explanations.
If I win,
Okay.
trip to South
I mean, all I could say is that a lot of Grand Blue,
my best friends
viewership,
country.
not this particular event, but in general, like for like us and like Curry Cup, and a lot of it comes from 4chan.
Putting out this game and really bringing us
Yeah, they talk like that.
one great appreciation as we get to this final set of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. The final.
You kept seeing tweets that Felix can't sing anything but anime OPs. I think that's okay though. I think that's okay. It's a fight, bro. We're at a fighting game event that is branded after Guilty Gear, bro. That shit is nerdy. Let them be nerdy.
Has the weight of the world on their shoulders right now. Coming in
It's alright, you know.
take it all home.
The protagonist this entire time. You know what? Actually, what's crazy? You know Ash's name in Japanese? Satoshi.
Yeah, I don't think that's that. Honestly, I don't even get annoyed at the anime OPs at all. Like I don't. What I get annoyed at, the only thing I get annoyed at is there's some songs that bro, way too many people do the same song, bro. Like, bro, if I hear Mr. Brightside one more fucking time at karaoke, like, bro, you hear that shit 180 times per karaoke session. I'm like, Jesus Christ. We literally call it the white person anthem at this point because of how much we hear Mr. Brightside. It is fucking crazy. It's like,
Oh no, that is not a good trade. Could have been worse. We got the
I'm just like, bro. Okay, bro, I get it.
Butterfly the threat. Trying to backdash away, not gonna work. Good just blocks from Monarch.
Like, man, that shit is crazy. But yeah, that's the only song that I'm like, bro, I might get PTSD from this fucking song. Like, there's also usually like a lot of like Bohemian Rhapsody, and I actually love Bohemian Rhapsody as a song, but I think it's a bad karaoke song because it's really long. It's like really long song. I feel like it just takes too long. So I feel like they should, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a great song,
throw for round number 1.
but like it's just really long. It's a really long fucking song. It's like,
My life, and we're only in round number 2.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like I get it, but like shit, man.
Holding this space, becoming this wall with the high Cougar shot, and now just sending out the butterfly to stop the Rose. Shout out to God. Shout out the butterfly, just keeping you locked down in this corner, trying to jump into the great.
Yeah, I think Mr. Brightside's a good song. I just for some reason it is like the most played song at karaoke. It just be like that.
It's such a good defensive option. It's so
It's just like that. Gamers just really like Mr. Brightside. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, shit. What are we supposed to do?
There we go. Not quite close enough for the detonation, but it's all good. Ooh, spent it all for that 50.
Y'all should have saw Tong sing Taylor Swift, bro. That shit was different.
I was gonna say watch the ultimate TP, but we're 0 for 2 on that for Monarch, so instead spent it on the ultimate arrow.
Poor Catbot didn't even stand a chance.
Nah, bro. She was waiting to try and help out in the wings, but the point got. That's game 1, Monarch. Is this the wall that we need to stop the momentum of Satoshi?
Let's see. And yeah, much more aggressive round starts compared to that first round, right? We kind of let Satoshi get a little comfortable to see where the offense is going to come from, but Monarch denied
Probably.
so much.
They were probably I think they sang Blank Space together. I think. I wouldn't be surprised.
Once again,
Bro, a lot of things happen at these events, bro.
Monarch giving no room, all for all, but a little bit too early on ours. And our
Like, we're up at
opposed to the homies.
Yeah, exactly. Actually ends up being
we're up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Like just like we're belting karaoke song. Like it is some degen shit, bro. Like it is, yeah. Like even like I think all like gaming conventions, gaming events like this are they're always degen to some extent. Bro, Frosty's is like a step above, bro. It's crazy. It's so degen, bro. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But that shit definitely happens.
In that game 1, round 1 as well.
Hot take. Oh, I mean that's every fighting game player, to be honest. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. As long as honestly, like I think bitching about characters and stuff like that is like natural. Like, but I mean I also think we need to recognize that like Monarch is like going into this event. Monarch is like either the first or second best player there, like for sure, right? You know, like so like, you know, it is what it is. He's the guy. No, he's oh yeah, bro. I forgot I did that, bro. I did a whole like little mini interview with Monarch while I was at the event. Maybe I should upload that. I forgot I did that, bro. Bro, so many things happened this weekend. I literally forgot that I did that. Yeah, I did do that. I got some matches that weren't streamed as well. Like Zenzuri Razor, I got some of that. That was actually a good set. No, it's not that I was drunk. I just like, bro, like I'm really busy at event weekends to the point where I feel bad. Like I legit feel bad because like this weekend is like the most I've had people like approach me at tournaments, and I always feel so fucking bad because I can't fuck around that much. Like I can only hang around for a bit, and then I have to go do some shit. It's like I'm like I really appreciate it. Thank you, bro. I really like thank you, but like I gotta go. I gotta go. I have to depart.
I did it, homie. Looks back. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I don't have a lot of time.
The Bros wants to get swept up with the 2M before they can even take flight.
That goes maximum distance here. It still has to take
We had a big ass discussion on why folks think zoning characters aren't fun to watch play against. It's most of it is like inherent stigma, probably, but like you know, it is what it is. People have hated zoners in fighting games since the dawning of time, I think.
no need to make an approach here because this life lead, like,
Check the meter differential, right? So briefly, we didn't send out the bro wheel until there happened to be meter for the ultimate arrow. Just a hair too late, so Monarch takes the game.
Oh yeah. Again, I gotta do another PSA. I do another PSA. All right, some of you, right? When you go to events, okay, and you introduce yourself to people, bro, please tell them your fucking name, especially if your name is not on your badge, bro. The Frosty's badges are only one-sided, so like if you got a custom badge with your name, it only shows it on one side, right? So like, bro, you walking up to me and saying, "Yo, I'm a big fan," like that shit happens so much. I'm like, bro, like I appreciate you, but who the fuck are you, bro? I don't know who you are. Tell me who you. I'm sorry, bro. I'm a streamer. I only know you via chat, most likely. Like I don't. Tell me who you are, please. He's a guy. I'm like, bro. He's a guy. How many people come up to you and they introduce themselves with their tags instead? They should introduce themselves with their tags. That just makes sense. We refer to each other as our tags, and like your tag is most likely what you use in Twitch chat too. So yeah, using your tag is fine. I'm not gonna know your fucking real name. He's a guy. No. What most likely what happens, like most often, it's not that they use their actual name. It's that they just don't say any name at all. They just come up and shake your hand, and like this happened. Like they're like, "Yo, Khalil, like, yo, I love your streams, bro. Like, I'm a big fan." And like, I'm shaking their hand. I'm like, "Yo, yeah, I really appreciate it, bro." And like, they never tell me who they are. They just never, like, their name just never. I don't know. They just never think to tell me their name. I'm like, well, thank you. I don't know who you are though. Like, please. He's a guy. I'm like, please, bro.
Was able to, yeah, just get that. Oh, what a roll. Yeah.
I be getting I get recognized for my voice more than I do. Like I think the way I carry myself at events, like like I be slipping under the radar, bro. Like if it wasn't for I think my voice is like pretty distinct. So like most of the time at events, I get recognized by my voice than people like seeing me. There's plenty of people that have looked at me like the entire time and not known it's me. And then like when I start having a conversation with someone, they're like, yo, wait a minute. I've heard this person yap before. This is the dude that is always going on rants on twitch.tv. That shit happens all the time. I just be over there, bro. It just
Looking like a nightmare scenario for Satoshi trying to
You're not gonna remember Twitch names? Who, me? I will. I'm a streamer, bro. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yes. I will. Maybe not normal people, but like I'm a TO and streamer, bro. I will definitely remember your Twitch username or your StarGG tag. Like, yeah, yeah.
close to getting that guaranteed qualified spot.
No, the worst. Sometimes I feel bad because I be freaking people out, right? Let me tell you why. I be freaking people out because I watch people's locals, right? I watch people's locals, and so like they don't think I know what they look like, but I do, right? And so like there are some instances where they're like, I'm so and so, and I'm like, I know who you are. They're like, huh? He's like, it's because like I like watch people's locals and shit. They're like,
on the map. It doesn't quite put you on that flight to Korea, but still an absolute insane competitor. Stellar runs, Satoshi. You can't help but be proud of it, even with that.
yeah, dodging Matera is nuanced. It's because like there are places that you do need to dodge, but like there are also bad dodges that can get you killed. And then like some things that are like just really, really hard to react to. Like some situations are like reacting to 20 frames full screen, right? It's hard. It's hard sometimes. Lost on purpose to show the world that Matera needs nerfs. Nigga, you were playing Lil Wayne in grand finals, bro. You not helping anyone. The fuck you talking about? He's a guy. Monkey paw curls. He's a guy. That being said, okay. Also, this is another thing that happened. Lil Wayne lost though, yeah, but he made it to grand finals of a plat event. Hello? You think the result of one match dictates everything? That's crazy. That's great. I don't know. So I don't know if this actually happened. I saw people's tweets that were like, don't discredit people because of the characters they play, and like that's correct. Like that people should like really honestly never do that. But like I never saw the tweets of the actual people that were doing that. Were there people actually like saying shit? Like I didn't see any of that. I only saw the tweets that were in response to the actual people, you know? Like like I don't doubt that there was someone that said that, but like you heard about people doing that in person? Really? That's interesting. It was in Twitch chats. Oh, okay. I believe that. I believe that in Twitch chat. But you got like the Twitch chat, you can't pay attention to Twitch chat, bro. Honestly. Like especially at big tournaments, you can't pay attention to Twitch chat. They're just, bro, most people that watch these events on Twitch, they don't know shit about the game, bro. They're LARPing. They don't know. They don't they don't know ball. They don't know ball, bro. They're just saying shit. They're like YouTube commenters. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just there for vibes. They're like, yo, this character is shooting the hell out of the other characters, bro. She must be unbearable. I'm like, they're just saying shit, bro. They're just saying shit. They're just trying to be a part of something, you know? You can't, yeah, I wouldn't let them, Speaking of YouTube hate, bro, I was streaming, right? I was streaming pools, and bro, The fucking fairy down player came into chat while I was streaming on my phone at Frosty's. T-Spin, the dude that was talking about like fairy is not even that good. Everyone just needs to get better against zoners. Bro, he came into chat. He followed me. He followed me. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I never would have expected this shit. That was insane. He's like, we had a conversation. We were talking like, again, I feel like the thing happens where like when people start conversations with me about fighting games, they kind of expect it to go the way that it goes in like other chats. And so like he was really surprised that like I was engaging with him in the way that I did. And I think he's gonna come back. But I told him like while I'm recording on my phone, like this is not the best environment to have this conversation, but we can have this conversation later. He's like, we can talk about fairy, bro. It's not. It's because I asked him, I was like, why do you think fairy? What's with you and thinking fairy is not that good, bro? Like I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I never would have expected that from someone that was a YouTube commenter, bro. YouTube commenters are spooky.
Brazil has representation in the qualifying position this year as well as compared to last year, stolen by Rihanna.
Leave zoners alone.
Hey, you know what? Stellar performance.
These things happen, bro. These things fucking happen.
Real quick to make sure that you guys know that you cannot sleep on our scene.
No, not at all. South America is definitely.
T-Spin, yeah.
South America is definitely a strong.
His Twitch username is T-Spin. Has a number after it. T-Spin 420.
Many more opportunities than what they get. And with this change of silver events, right, that's been a stellar opportunity to really highlight those regions.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been so sick to
So
see.
yeah, that was like a breach containment moment. I was like, oh.
Kind of settle in with any changes that happen to come in with Ilsai. I imagine we're gonna be a
Cool.
little bit conservative with some of these like big gameplay.
Cool.
Right around the corner, but I mean, who's to say, right?
I have anti-bullshit aura, bro.
Month and a half to really try things out.
Anyone that has some type of fucked up energy, they step into this environment and that shit just gets dispelled, bro. It'd be like that.
Yeah, that's
It's my special trait.
how do they address any sort of changes that they end up making to the cast, right? Because there are
Ilsa soon. True.
ideas from the community that have been expressed.
Do you think he gets high and then starts downplaying fairy?
It's interesting to see, and Psy Games is always
Imagine.
made that very fine tuning as opposed to the game to see how things slowly adjust over time and let things settle. They're not
Imagine. Bro, okay. I think guys, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to have like bro, the week Ilsa comes out, but they did this on purpose. Like fucking Psy Games,
one character.
they knew I was gonna be running another event next week. And that's when Ilsa comes out. I think I'm gonna try to have G-Tech run Paragon because I don't want to not run Paragon the week that she comes out.
Did an excellent job like breaking down
But I'm gonna be in another event.
has not been touched or how long
I mean, honestly, I could probably run it myself. He'll just have to do the stream. We'll have to see what happens, but it's very annoying. He's like, I'm like, hell no, bro. Fuck. I was like,
solid spot. And I would be shocked if
like fuck, man. The most important week.
system changes like we saw with Overdrive and Vanilla. We're kind of seeing that here with EX. What if we do something a little bit different?
It's annoyingly good trade of yours. I appreciate that. I try.
We'll see if
I try.
brings a little bit more to the game overall.
Bro, oh my god. Meeting some people was so fucking funny, bro. Like
Who's up next in
Castiel, bro. I did not expect him to look like that, bro. I was so mixed. Bro. I did not think, like, when I shook his hand, I did not expect that to be Castiel, bro. Listen, I'm sorry. I was not expecting that.
That'd be fun. You know what?
I was not. All right. I will not elaborate any further. I just did not think he was going to look like that, bro. I was like, it was nice meeting him for sure. I just did not think. I did. Yeah, that was crazy. And then like Pax
Take back our word on that one.
Pax walks up to me.
costume 2 quicker? You know, we're gonna move it up
Like so Cassio is standing next to me. He has his arm around Pax, right? Pax thinks that she's fucking clever, and she's like trying to introduce herself. She's like, yeah, I'm Pax, by the way. I'm like, bro, of course you're fucking Pax. I told her, I was like, bro, if I get here and Cassio has his arm around another woman, we're gonna have a problem. Of course you're Pax. You can't be anyone else. He's the I was like, bro, like, duh. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, wait, did I get that recorded? Was I live when I did that? Yo, I might have to get that clip. That shit might be goated. That shit might be goated, bro. That might be an all-timer. I have to go back and get some clips from I have to go back and get some clips from the live broadcast for sure. I also recorded a I only got to do one, but I recorded a Shy set that was off stream. It was Hotashi versus Keishu. It was in top 48, and like Hotashi 3-0'd him, and like a lot of people were fucking surprised that happened, and I managed to get the footage, so I'll probably upload that too. There was a lot of crazy ass matches, bro. Look at Lon medal stacking, bro. Look at this fucking dude. Oh my god, bro. Bro. Save some for the rest of us, bro. These medals are really nice, by the way. Oh, hold on. Whoops.
In fourth place, we have Koji Coco. In third place, we have Blue Sky Guy BSG.
I hope
And give it up for your runner-up, our second
next year I want Frosties to do a little bit more durable in the badge end, but their medals are really nice.
And last but not least, your Chicago hero, Monarch.
Look at these things, bro. These things are dope.
Thank you all very much.
These things are dope. Yeah, mine mine has my name on it, but like I carry around this little Chipotle bag. So like instead of carrying on a backpack, I carry this around with all the stuff I need. I put like my portable charger and my the mini leverless that I use to check setups and stuff. Right? I keep that all in this bag. But the problem is like it brushes against the badge, and so like it's like you can see like it's white around the edges. See like it's like worn. So yeah, I was like, I hope they do a little bit more. Hope they do something a little bit more durable. Something like, bro, combo breakers badges are fucking crazy. They were crazy last year. They're like some of the best badges we've ever had. Like these things are fucking bulky, bro. Like these things are thick. There's like nothing rubbed off or worn at all, bro. These things are durable. They're laminated on this side too. Yo, rest in peace, Geo, bro. Man, I heard about the news this weekend. That shit was tragic, man. I don't even know what happened. He was like a really, really impactful figure in the Tekken community. I'm still looking around to see what even happened, but yeah, it was really tough. I know a lot. I have a lot of mutuals that were really, really hurt this weekend, so definitely best wishes to like his family and everything. It's tough, man. Frosty being your first medal is so sick. Frosty has good medals. Now they have good medals. 2 years ago, they started having good medals last year. Before that, their medals were kind of sus. I can't lie. But Ever since last year, the meta's been really good. He was a great guy from what you've seen at final round. Yeah, no, he did everything that I heard about this guy was just overall extremely pleasant. So, you know, it's always sad when something like that happens, for sure. Here's a bro. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Who did I jump scare on day 2? I can't remember who it was, but they got kind of smoked. I can't remember who it was, to tell you the truth. But I sat down at someone's setup to like record their set, and like, bro, they had no fucking idea what was going on, bro. I felt kind of bad. It's like, I was like, well, phone call done. Well, damn, what's up, bro? What you want to yap about? Tell us the truth, man. How you feeling? How was your Frosties? No, the funniest is when everyone thinks you're recording, but you're live, bro. That shit is so funny, bro. That happened like 3 or 4 times during the weekend. They would hear me say chat, and they're like, wait. They're like, wait. Oh yeah. I went all over all of that at the beginning. That was really the point of this stream, was to like address that stuff first and foremost. Just so we can, it's all about just improving for the future, I would hate for this community to get labeled in any type of way, because like, bro, like, we're killing it, honestly. We're out here killing it. And I don't want that to go unappreciated because we decided to get into a fucking faction war with 2 XKO players, bro. Like, it's like it'd be like that. How many setups are on each table for Grand Blue in the junior ballroom, though? 6. It should have been 4 stations of 6, I think. Or actually, maybe it was 4. Maybe it was 4 or 4. I think it was 4 or 4. Okay, no, Grand Ballroom. They had their pools were 3. Like, per pool, they had 3 setups. But for Grand Blue, it was 4. They just had 2 pools at one table, if that makes sense. Make ice cream? That's what's up. I could go for some ice cream. Chat, I could use some ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream, chat? Vanilla is fucking godlike, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, bro. Vanilla is like actually so sick, bro. Coconut, huh? I don't know if I've had coconut ice cream. Yeah, for sure. It's, again, like, Zero, I was saying that like most of that is like, people feel some type of way about these situations. There's a lot of emotions involved, and then they just say things. They tweet things. Like, they don't even necessarily like mean it in any type of way at the time, but it's just like they're just trying to get something off their chest. And that frustration venting sometimes is taken the wrong way, especially on Twitter, and then it can blow up in a way that we don't really expect or even intend to. And then it just becomes just dog shit. It's just yeah. Yeah, yeah. That the people, bro, like I get it. Like people want to label Riot as like the devil and this and that, but like, bro, from what I have seen, like the people that are at events, like, you know, advocating for 2xKO, showing up to events, shaking hands with people, like they want they do want to push the FGC forward, bro. They do. Right. I can't say anything about the people sitting in like chairs and this and that. I can't say anything about them, right? I don't know them. I know the people that we have, like the people on the QA testing team, the dev team, all that. Like these people, these are real, genuine people who care about fighting games, right? I would hate for them to get caught in the crossfire. Well, I've known those people long before they were doing anything on any dev team, so like, it should be like that. You fuck mint chocolate chip? Oh nah. What you do in your free time is completely up to you, bro, but sheesh. This dude's freaky deaky. You talking about a different type of Frosty. This is what the hell is going on? Freaky deaky Dutch over there. The reaction would not be as bad if Risk hadn't happened a couple months back. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. But I also think like there's also definitely some narrative stuff there that isn't fair either. But like, yeah, no, for sure. Definitely gets it compounds. But you know, it's still important to like understand that nuance when we're talking about different events and different teams entirely and stuff like that, you know. It'd be like that. I have a lot of criticism about Risk in general, but this wasn't Risk, so it just be like that. Yeah, but that's so what you're talking about, Suyoi, that happens in every game, right? Like that's not a 2xKO problem. That's a fighting game problem. The ever-going fighting game problem is tribalism. People pitting themselves against each other when we're supposed to be in the same community, and people taking offense to people not preferring their game of choice and this and that, thinking that it's us versus them. My game's better than your game. Our opportunities are better than your opportunities. That shit just does nothing but tear us all down. It's the biggest problem in fighting games. I'm not joking. That's you want the number one issue in the fighting game community is tribalism. It fucks everything up for us. Like, actually. Because believe me when I say that happens on all ends. I saw people shit talking 2xKO. I saw people shit talking Granblue. I saw people shit talking Strive, Street Fighter, everything. Everyone gets shit talked about them, bro. They're all equally dog shit, you know? Like it's just how it is. People gotta release themselves from the idea that it's like a contest. Like we're at a fighting game event, which is like a competition, but between games, it's not a competition, right? A rising tide raises all ships. If a game does really well and pops off and brings more opportunities to it, even indirectly, right, that benefits us all. Even if it's indirect, all of us benefit from games doing well, like fighting games, right? We just do. So, like, with that perspective in mind, like, you know, that you got to kind of adjust the way you carry yourself. Yeah, I'm not even talking about preferential stuff, bro. Like it's just again, like nobody's gonna be mad at you for preferring one game over another game, bro. But like some of the justification I saw this weekend was crazy, bro. Like the moment someone is like, why is that game even here? It's not even good. It's like, okay, so we'll really do this over what we believe are good games or what we don't believe are good games, which is like strictly preference. Like it's like that it doesn't happen in person, bro. That's the thing. These Twitter arguments, all of that shit, all the dog shit on Twitter, bro, you know as well as I do, Zero. When you go to an event, that shit does not exist. It doesn't. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Like, nobody is sitting there hosting faction wars between games at fighting game events, bro. People are just playing games and having fun. That's it. None of that shit matters, bro. That's like why we need offline so much, is because it pulls us away from Twitter, if only temporarily. None of that shit exists, man. Let me ask what you think about this shirt. What's up? There are certain people that continuously attack City of the Wolves players with the argument that if they players support the game in any way, they're okay with sexual assault. It's dog shit. That's just dog shit logic, right? Man. So this is a really, really deep seated like societal like morale issue, right? Where you have to understand that, like, when we're talking about any type of product, if you dig deep enough, like, to be honest, like, if you dig deep enough to the roots of any product, and I do mean any product, like 99.9% of the time, someone somewhere along the way has done some shitty things, right? Whether it's the company itself, whether it's someone that sits on the chairman, on the board of directors, whether it's the CEO, whether it's this or that, like there's nothing that is squeaky clean. Like, there's nothing, right? We're talking about capitalism. Capitalism is dirty as fuck, right? These companies do some really horrible things to people. They exploit workers. They exploit people. Bro, it's really nasty shit, right? And so, like, it is unfair. It is totally unfair for you to associate those things to a consumer who is simply just playing a game because they like it. I don't think that playing City of the Wolves means that you condone Ronaldo's actions, or, you know, you don't care about the allegations or this or that. I think you just want to play the video game. I think that's really just it. If you ask them how they feel about those particular issues and they respond one way or another, then that's a different thing entirely. But, like, they're trying to find justification to label people, right? They're trying to find a way to label everyone like, oh, you don't care about SA allegations because you play City of the Wolves. And most of the stuff is for really petty reasons. They're doing it just to justify their hatred for a video game. That's it. And like, they're just trying to say, because people don't really care, like, the tribalism thing that I talked about, right? It creates this dynamic where people care more about making the correct decision more so than playing what they like, right? And I think that's the most toxic, most incendiary thing in the fighting game community, that there's a group of people that don't really care about how good of a time that they're having playing the fighting game. They want to be regarded as like the high and mighty person because they chose the right fighting game. I play the good game. I play the morally right game. And so, I'm better than you in some way. I think that's insane. I think that's really bad and really harmful. And I don't think it's reasonable to, like, push that upon people. At the end of the day, we all have our own agency, and you can protest whatever you want with whatever way you want, as long as it's within your means, right? Like, some people care enough about those things that they choose to not play the game, but that's not everyone, right? And I think it is unfair to push the way that you decide to protest and the way that you conduct yourself, to force that on other people on something that they did not themselves commit. I think that's unfair. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, right? I think that's pretty dog shit generally. You don't think they hate the gameplay of City of the Wolves? Yeah, no, I get it. Like, again, if someone decides to not play City of the Wolves because of Ronaldo, because of their attachments to Saudi Arabia or this or that, I think that's fine. That is totally fine for them to make that decision. But I think when you're trying to, they're trying to use like kind of like a logical extension. Their idea of like, okay, I care enough about this to boycott, and so anyone that doesn't care enough about this to boycott must mean that they can don't like that. It doesn't work that way, right? That's your moral compass. You are making your own decision on how you like to protest and how you choose to carry yourself. That doesn't mean that everyone is going to, nor should you expect everyone to, right? Like it just doesn't work that way, right? It is unfair to try to label someone's morals just because whether they play a video game or not. That just think about what we're saying, right? That doesn't make any sense. And so, yeah, I think it's very nonsense. Like, it just doesn't, again, like any fighting it, like if we dig into the roots of any fighting game company, there's some shitty stuff. I promise if you dig deep enough. Capcom, Bandai, fucking Cygames, like any of them. Like if you want to dig that deep, you could find some shit, right? There's no squeaky clean. Like when we talk about capitalism, it's really nasty stuff. So like, again, like if that's the way that they want to express their discontent, totally fine. Totally fine for them to do so. But hey, bro, my stream is sensory overload, bro. Like I'm speaking some real shit while I have Get Low in the background, bro. Hey, where else can you get this, bro? You can't get this anywhere. It'd be like that. It's a guy. I kind of had this conversation when, like, because EWC, right, is a big part of the fighting game scene. Whether you like it or not, EWC is a big thing, right? And so, like, I think in terms of EWC, like, if someone chooses to not participate in EWC because of, you know, association with Saudi Arabia, that's fine. That's like fine that they make that decision. Do I label negatively players that decide to participate and go for the $1 million in that? No, definitely not, bro. Definitely not. Especially in a scene like we have, bro. Like there's not that much opportunity to make life-changing money in fighting games. There's not. And in my opinion, right, the ideal world for me, my worldview is that people should be able to do what they love, right? Like that's like, I spend a lot of time trying to create environments where people can just enjoy the things that they like and not have to really worry about anything else, right? Unfortunately, the world is cruel and we can't all just do that, right? Like not everyone can do what they love for a living, right? I'm blessed. Like I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to get to do what I love for a living, right? And so I try to create environments where people can do that wherever possible. And so I think it would be absolutely insane for me to go to someone and be like, bro, this, like, you love fighting games. You always have. You're very good at fighting games. Like, for me to push you to not participate in this event that could change your life, change the life of your families. You might have people that depend on you, right? You might have all of that. I don't know your circumstances, right? For me to push you like that, I think is just very insensitive, right? It's very self-centered. Like it's me thinking that my morals and the way that I do things is the, you know, just straight up the best, and there's no arguing with me about it, right? I can't push my life onto other people, right? You just can't do that, in my opinion, right? That being said, I also understand the other side where, like, you know, people are against it. They choose not to participate, right? I'm right there with you, right? If EWC offered me, right now, as I stand right now, if EWC asked me to TO, I would turn them down, right? I would turn them down. Does that mean that's how it will be forever until the end of time? I don't know. But right now I can tell you in current day, if they offered to pay me to TO, I would turn them down, right? Just because that's just how I feel right now. There are other TOs that, you know, that some people don't have the luxury of turning things like that down, right? I can't say, like, if Saudi Arabia, if they offered me $100K to TO for them, I don't think I could realistically say no, right? Straight up, I don't think I could do that. I don't think they would ever offer me $100K to TO. I think that's pretty unrealistic. But if they offered me $100K to TO, I don't think I could say no. And the reason is because, bro, I was homeless last year. I was homeless last year. I'm still suffering the effects of being homeless, right? I have credit card bills to pay. I have student loans to pay. I have people that rely on me for things, bro. Like I it would be foolish. It would be foolish for me to do so, right? Does that mean that like I'm some super shitty person or this or that? You know, like some people would label me as such, but life is life, bro. Like I just straight up. And like I'm just really I am trying to be upfront about that, right? Like I'm not veiling this at all, right? There are some things that no matter how much, there are some things that like no matter how much they offered, like I would turn them down. There's some things that I feel very, very strongly about to the point where I feel like no matter what they offered, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I would just turn them down. But this particular issue, like EWC in particular, like it is a fighting game event. I am a fighting game organizer. I'm a fighting game streamer. Given that opportunity is like, that's a big deal, bro. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I know some people that are even in more dire situations than I am now, right? And I wouldn't blame them for taking the bag, honestly, right? I don't think that means that they condone the behavior either. I really don't. I don't think it has to. It's just not like everyone wants things to be binary, right? They want things to be yes or no, black and white. It's just not like that, bro. Circumstances are so different from person to person, right? If you want to know the reasoning behind why someone chooses to do something or chooses to not do something, I think people should ask each other. Trying to assume or trying to put people into boxes and make inferences based on this and that, I think that's where people go wrong, right? I just think that's where it just falls apart, right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel about that currently. What was the turning point? Oh, I mean, like, okay. The turning point, I mean, like I wasn't always homeless, but so it was very complicated. I got there was even a period where I like became main character on Twitter for a while because of it. But so in my previous place that I was living in, from like 2022, it was like 2 years, so like end of 2021 to like end of 2023. I had an aunt who had a slip and fall incident at Walmart, and so she sued them. Right now, she has like memory issues and stuff like that because at one point she like had like an accident where she almost drowned, so she ended up losing like some of her memory retention. Thankfully, she's like mostly okay, but like sometimes she has trouble remembering things, and so I took it upon myself to like make sure to help her through like the legal processes and stuff like that with her, because it was hard for her. Like there's a lot of stuff to remember when you're like suing someone, going through lawsuits, a lot of meetings to attend, a lot of things you have to do proper processing for, else like everything falls apart. And so I did that for like 2 years. Because like when you sue a big company, they do everything in their power to stall you out and drag things along and drag things along and drag things along. I spent a lot of time and money like going back and forth between my place and her place to make sure she got to her meetings, and do everything. And so like that drained my bank account pretty severely. I was also super overpaid. I was like my rent was like ungodly high at the time. But I was very communicative with my landlords over there at the time. I was like, yo, this is going on. Like, I show you paperwork. I have all of this. Like, I have it. If y'all are willing to work with me, we can do that. They didn't want to work with me, right? They didn't give a fuck. And so I dragged things out as long as I could. Like, it turns out, like, even if a landlord tries to evict you, like, you can stall that shit out, bro. You can stall it out. There's like the appeal process and this and that. Like, you can buy yourself a lot of time. So I did that. I did that as long as I possibly could. And then the lawsuit still wasn't resolved. So I eventually ended up getting kicked out. And I just I didn't have a place to go. I didn't have money. I didn't have any money at all. Cause like I wasn't paying because I didn't want to pay them. I wasn't paying because I just literally didn't have it. So I was out on the streets, for a while. And it wasn't until, so what ended up happening is like the lawsuit ended and, they settled, right? They settled, and like my idea was like, yo, like, once the settlement comes through, I'll be like reimbursed for like a lot of like what I spent and what I did. Unfortunately, money changes people, bro. So yeah, I was kind of left out to dry, and that's ultimately what led me what led to me being homeless for a while. So I took that on the chin. It was a learning experience, and then I found a place. I found this place that I'm in now. Like literally a day or two before Evo, 2024. And I tweeted, I tweeted. I will show you guys this tweet. This shit was crazy. This shit. This is like kind of where things got a little crazy for me. Let's see. Room tour when, bro. That you're not supposed to do things like that when you're a streamer, bro. Okay, so I made this tweet right when I found a place, because like, you know, I saw it in my Twitter and everything, and like there were people that legitimately cared about me. So like I just wanted to update them on what was going on. So I like made this tweet. I was like, after 3 weeks of homelessness, I finally have a place to live. I still have some bills and stuff to take care of, but thanks to everyone's generosity, because I did a little dono drive at one point. I like put down the deposit and I started moving in the day before I left for Evo. But I was like, okay, right now I'm on the way to the airport for Evo. Now, if you know anything about me, right, to anyone that like has a brain, right, you guys know that like I work events. Like I'm not a volunteer, right? Like this is not a for fun thing for me, right? I am a TO. I get paid to go to events. Like I don't go to like when I go to events, I'm paid to be there. It's a job. Like I work. It's my job, right? And my followers, they knew that. They know that because like I've been doing this shit for a while. But like there were people on Twitter that saw this post and assumed that I was just like some player that like irresponsibly was homeless and just decided to go to Evo, and this and that whenever I didn't have money for bills and stuff. So like you can see like everyone making super, super bad faith. And so, yeah, so I had to do this follow-up thing. I was like, yo, like, yeah, I became main character on Twitter because everyone thought I was like being super irresponsible and going to events while I like didn't have money to go and stuff like that. In reality, it's like if I didn't go to Evo, things are going to be really bad for me because that's a big paycheck that I can't afford to pass up. It's just kind of like that, right? And so like, yeah, it got really ugly. It was crazy. Like people are willing to assume the absolute worst about you at every turn. Like that's like really what taught me that. At the time, it's like nobody ever reached out to ask for clarification or this or that. It was literally just people trying to dunk for internet points for no reason. And I was like, that's really fucked up. But there was a silver lining to this. Someone saw the shitstorm that happened and they donated me $500 right before I left because they saw everyone hounding me. And they were like, yo, that's just not fair. So that was cool. But yeah, it was. I went through a lot, bro. I went through a ton. But yeah, that was pretty nasty arc. And like so like yeah, now I like have a place to live and stuff like that, but there's still like some stuff that like kind of still playing catch up on because like when you're homeless, like there's like a lot of things you can't do. Like there's a lot of bills you can't pay on, you have to let them lapse, then your like credit score gets kind of fucked up, stuff like that, right? So but like yeah, at the end of the day I don't like blame anyone for what happened to me. It's just like I think it was a very eye-opening experience for me, you know? Is the on all fronts. I think I really like grew as a person going through that time. Yeah, it was some crazy shit. It'd be like that. Did you have fun? Well, at the event? Yeah, no, it was fire. I had a lot of fun at Frosty's, bro. I just every event I get home and I'm like, bro, I wish I had more time, bro. I wish I had more time to just just be a DJ in the crowd with my people, bro. Like that's I would love to have more time to do that, but I just don't. I don't have the time at the moment. Well, one day, bro. One day. Well, whenever I have like real disposable income and I can afford to go to events without them hiring me, then that's where I'll get to just like fuck around the absolute most. One day. One day. Yeah, I just I just kind of recognize that you don't no matter what, right? Like you could wake up in the same bed every day and you just never know what's gonna happen, you know? That's how I feel. That's why I try my best to not take things for granted because like, bro, you just don't know. You don't know. And there's those that have had it much worse than me too, you know? There are those that have been homeless for much longer. There's people that are still homeless out there during the winter years. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. So I just try to take things in stride. Oh, this is Deadward. Well, he applied for Paragon Line commentary. I haven't been able to get him on yet, I don't think, but there you go. But, all right, I think that's about it from me, chatters. Give you a little bit of an update. We are at 8 of 12 streams on the road to partner. So we got to hit four streams before the 20th, I think, is my cutoff date. So hopefully we can get there, but we'll see what happens, you know? Just either we do or we don't. So whatever happens, but for now I am gonna go. We're gonna do, you know, probably now that I'm back, we can do proper streams and stuff this week. So hopefully y'all are looking forward to that. But thanks for hanging out and listening to me talk about everything that went on in Frosties and everything. I'm gonna try to cut some of the mobile footage I recorded and try to get that up on YouTube since I haven't uploaded in a bit. So but yeah, appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. If you're new to the stream, go ahead and follow, join the Discord, all that good stuff. You know, all the standards. I gotta get back in the normal streamer mode. You know, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a good night. Later, peeps.